All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lock In Live. Today is Tactical Tuesday. Moving forward, we're going to have specific 4 days a week that have more theme to stay structured and organized here. I will say, just giving everybody a heads up, Fridays are going to be the new content audit days. So those will be the days, if you're a premium member on YouTube, those are the days that we're going to be reviewing things. Now, the difference with that is we're going to be moving it to Discord. So make sure you are in the Discord and make sure you have your YouTube connected to your Discord, because you will automatically get access to a channel that's purely for the premium members. But the benefit from this is if you're not in stream, we can still go over your stuff. If it's more than just a YouTube question, we can go over that. I want to move the framework away from channel reviews on Fridays to content audit. Essentially content auditing, like across the board. Let's talk about your first brand deal. Let's talk about how do you reach out to your first brand. Let's talk about, more variety of things. You're doing good on Instagram. How do you transfer that to TikTok? The little deeper shit. But today is Tactical Tuesday, and today we're going to be talking about why your content is not getting pushed. And hopefully the objective from today is give you a little bit more confidence, but also like break it down to make it seem less daunting, I guess you'd say. That makes sense. So get into this. So the thing is, what's up, Tony? Hello. Also, by the way, I do want to, in the last YouTube stream, I tried to simplify the VOD into being a video, which, by the way, that's doing really well, actually. But I got a lot of feedback from people where they're like, no. Where's the long VOD? And then it kind of hit me. I'm like, man, people see a lot of value in just putting these on in the background as streams. And that's another reason why I want to move the content auditing to Fridays, because people can, there's still value in even breaking down somebody else's shit. And if you don't see the value in that and you're just thinking like, oh, just check out my stuff because I want to watch you watch it. Like, come on, man. That's it. You can learn a lot by just seeing how, I listen to guys like Alex Ramonzi and them break down, Gary V, break down shit all the time with other people. And I'm like, wow, I just got value out of watching those guys interact. So that's, whole point of that. But, the thing is, I feel like in 2026, the way the platforms are built and the lack of real conversation about algorithms and how to kind of feed into putting together a piece of content. I feel like a lot of content creators like put this pressure on themselves and beat themselves up. Like you're a shitty content creator and you just need to make better content. But the reality is like, you just need to understand the metrics. A lot of you guys are actually naturally good at talking to a camera, or you're seriously interested in the thing that you're doing, but like you're not paying attention to your metrics. Your hooks fucking suck. Your packaging is dog shit. You don't leverage SEO. You don't analyze when people are leaving, because that would I guess offend you. But the thing is, it's literally what's going to get your content put out there. Like metrics, I feel like is much larger of the battle. I was doing a consulting gig last week with a client, and their eyes lit up when I dove into the back end of YouTube with them. I'm like, oh, well, this explains everything, dude. Well, so the video that you were beating yourself up over because you wanted to try to expand out of the niche thing you're doing, that video did well, dude. Your packaging sucked. When we went in there and we seen all of his other videos, we get a certain click-through rate because he developed a system and a routine. And then when he tried a new video and he's like, yeah, I tried a new video, but it absolutely flopped. But when we went in there, it had like a 75% intro retention, and like 50 to 60% of the people stayed for the whole video. So the people that clicked the video were interested in the video. The video was put together well. It was bad titling and thumbnail. It was a packaging issue. And when that shit happens, and I think this is what's happening with this guy, and this is exactly why he hired me to get the call, is you start to just beat yourself up. because you're not looking at those analytics. You're not saying, oh, wait, people actually did like this video, but I didn't do a good job at making sure people clicked on the video. And, you know, this is where we create so much like divide in the creator space, because we try to put pressure on people. Like, it gets annoying when you hear like smaller creators just create this narrative where it's like the big get bigger. It's just because you're big. That's why you get the support. Us small guys. Of course you big guys think this way. Well, like, you got to understand, you only think this way because you're not paying attention to the tools. Once you learn to harness the tools and you understand why your shit's not getting pushed, you can actually change it. You can control it. So at the end of the day, guys, there's 3 things that control whether your content gets pushed or not. Period. End of. It very much is that simple. My answer was literally finding a partner I was comfortable enough to be cringe and project my voice in my videos. There you go. Should I upgrade? I have no idea, Jerry. I have no idea. It's harder to grow when you're big, honestly. I actually agree with that, because the pressure to maintain, the pressure to stick with the thing that you've started to grow something in, it's a lot, man. A lot of people can't handle that. So thing number 1 is you're stopping. You're halting the halt rate. Your ability to get somebody to, okay, I got to give this a chance. A lot of people miss that. Like, dude, especially with stream clips. This is where so many people go wrong with stream clips. Nothing to elicit like a shock, a fast response, a text. Like, for example, on TikTok, the objective is to get somebody to stop scrolling on your video. You have like 1 to 2 seconds to do that. This could be a loud noise. This could be motion. This could be just getting somebody into it. I've been taking advantage of this by, TikTok is all fucked up today. I don't know how that's affecting the stream, but everything seems to be running fine on my end across the board. So, but yeah, a stop scroll on TikTok is huge. It's huge. It's the first start. If you don't have and create a reason for somebody to want to stop scrolling on your video, boom. The view doesn't matter. That view that you got as a metric that just scrolled by, it doesn't matter. I wish they didn't even count those as views. So when you get this inflated idea that, I got 300 views and then TikTok stopped pushing me. No, TikTok put your video in front of 300 people, and out of those 300 people, 200 people didn't even stop for the first 2 seconds. They just kept scrolling because you didn't get them to stop. It's a hook speed. On YouTube, it's the click-through rate, it's the title, it's the clarity and understanding of thumbnail and title combination. That's your stop rate. On YouTube Shorts, it's kind of same thing as TikTok. How do you get somebody to stop scrolling? But yeah, long form, it's how do you get somebody to be like, oh, look at that video with that thumbnail and that title. I got to click on that. Instagram, it's like a visual pattern break. Again, the stop scrolling. Getting somebody to, on vertical content, you got to understand the habit is just people are doing this. People are doing this. If you just get somebody to just, let me double check that, or scroll back up, you don't understand how massive of a green flag that already throws your video to the platform. Whoa, holy shit. Out of those 300 first phase of people that we sent the video to test out, 275 of them stopped scrolling. Okay, that's a good hook. That's a good hook. People go wrong with this all the time. Slow, uncontextualized intros, no concept, no bear. And like, it's not like you have to manipulate this with sounds. Like, people do that, but it could be like informative captions with a good hook. You know, in a lot of my response videos, they do decently well because I try to give this, I try to like make the opening line like controversial, interesting almost. Oh, why did he say that? Why did they say that? Or if you respond to a comment, this is why comments do so well, because it's like you see that thing. Wait, stop scroll. I want to see what the comment said. What's he responding about? So it's no slow intros. And this is in any form, guys. Any form. Why does live streaming typically do well for people? It does well for the individuals that keep the communication up. This is why so many of you guys will stop by a live stream and you'll be like, this guy's never going to make it. He's not even responding to chat or anything. Like, and that's what a lot of streamers want to do. They just don't even want to talk to you. And then they get mad that they're not getting subs and getting pushed. Dog, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Being able to take anything you do, vertical, long form, live streams, your website, product photography, anything. If you get somebody in 2026 to stop scrolling and get that click, brother. First 2 seconds are so crucial for vertical content. Yeah, not having any context for a payoff, starting mid-sentence with something and rambling on before you even build any structure. Like, what am I doing on this fucking video right now? Showing outcome first. It is a fast way to like not waste somebody's time. I know a lot of people try to take advantage of this, but your fall off is so fast. If your general video is like, well, here's a point. Let me just get straight into the point with no context. I mean, they're just going to stay. They're just going to move on. And it'll be targeted for a specific group of people, but it won't ever really like grow and blossom and do well. Really get pushed. Another good way is like using bold claims, creating like a little tension. Just like a rage baiting aspect, if you would. But the thing is, like, if people argue and push back in this because it's like this general idea of like, I don't have to over curate my shit. And I used to do this too. And the thing is, when you start creating content that you just align with, it's not that hard to get a stop. It's not that hard to come up with a hook. Does that make sense? Like, the more fluid you get and creating the content you want to get, you know what you can hook. Things start working, they start repeating, then you repeat the system, and you know how to look for it in different aspects. I think the only reason that really stress of like, oh, how do I come up with a good hook is like, if you don't even know and fully invested in the content that you're creating in the first place, yeah, of course you're not going to be able to figure that out. You know, like for an example, let me just show you 2 examples here. I'll show you an example of I'll show you an example of this. Hey, you're still in here, brother. I mean, it worked for you. You stopped and watched. All right. So this is a great example. So obviously this video got millions of views, right?
This keyboard's causing a lot of controversy. So this keyboard's from
like, dude, the first couple seconds, I even made sure when I made this that I emphasized this. That sounds cringe. It sounds annoying. Excuse me when I say that if being maybe a little slightly cringe or annoying in the intro of a video can get me to more brands, more viewers, more consumers, I'm going to go ahead and take that. But even still, like, I took this bit here from, hold on 1 second. Brother, we ain't got time for you, brother. Let me know when you go ahead and build a 6-figure business and help other people scale. And then we'll take you serious. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Get back into it. So, the curated version.
From a company called High Ground. This keyboard's causing a lot of controversy. So this...
You see the stop? You see what elicited, got the stop? It's the immediate noise, it's the text, and it's the fucking... This keyboard's getting a lot of controversy. That's where I do lean on a lot of my stuff. Kind of like taking some rage bait antics. Right? And then, like, this is a clip that I took from a video. Obviously, this isn't going to perform as good. Obviously. But, like, this is even just a general idea of how you can take content from content that you've created to create it into vertical content.
Posting every day doesn't do what most people think it does.
Like, literally the first 2 seconds, I'm just trying to create. Now, am I going to get as many people to stop because there's this or that? Flash going on, immediate noise? Probably not. The point of this video and some of these videos is just like, Okay, well, I put out a vlog. How can I also just retake some content from there and repurpose it? Biggie is getting a lot of controversy right now for actually being the burnt peanut, aka the burnt. I'm not. I am not actually getting controversy. I am not. Dude, it's crazy. For gaming, hold on. I was sharing you beach. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Jack? Are you fucking drunk already?
And that's the part that really.
Oops. Would you say for gaming, I use clean cuts, start with a instability pattern distribution to the best I can with a clip, rinsing, rising tension, quick payoff, boom. Yeah, you fucking read that off of AI, you fucking pussy. You read that off of AI. Better name, better. Yeah, we're getting better. We feel a lot better now. We feel a lot better. I ate very, very well yesterday too. Got some workouts in. Got a workout this morning. Did a little sauna time. We are feeling much better. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. All right, let's get back into this. I got to figure out, they got to make a way to where I can combine scene transitions. Like, I want to be able to plug in a transition on OBS and plug in a transition on TikTok Studio. I don't know if that's possible or not. Love the content. Ended up getting a Canon R50V, new to content creation. Can you explain C-Log 3? That'd be a whole nother thing, brother. That'd be a whole nother thing. I'd just go ahead and research into that. That's a whole nother conversation. What camera and lighting setup you have? It's all on the site, brother. All on the site. The goal is getting pushed is to find a niche and keep making content. I mean, it's easier said than done. That's not the goal to get pushed, by the way. That's the goal on who do you talk to. Let me make this very abundantly clear. This is why I hate this dog shit advice. No offense, because I mean, obviously you heard that from somebody else. You're not actually saying that, because if you actually have like genuine success helping brands or customers, or you're flourishing off of it, that's not the advice that you get. The goal in getting pushed is stop rate, getting people to stop and watch a video, a hold rate, getting people to stay and stick around for the video, and then getting some form of response from those individuals so you continuously get pushed. You can target the same niche every single day for 365 days. If you don't have a good hook on your video to get people to watch, your niche is fucking irrelevant. If you can have a niche for 365 days, but if people don't stay to watch your videos, your niche is irrelevant. You can have a niche for 365 days, but if people aren't commenting, sharing, interacting, and giving green flags on any platform of, hey, this, like, people like this, they're eating this shit up, there's interactive, they're clicking, they're staying, they're consuming, your niche is fucking irrelevant. It's not as simple as that. The actual content production in itself to getting people to click, stay, and watch will outperform the idea of just the niche. Yeah, you have to have a niche because you like a general niche. The word niche is just so fucking annoying in 2026. Holy shit, dude. Because everybody like overgeneralizes it. My niche is I'm a Call of Duty gaming streamer that's only allowed to do fun. No, it's not. Your niche could be FPS shooters. It depends on how you're building the conversation. If everything that you build your conversation around is, I only want to talk about Call of Duty, okay, you're narrowing your niche. So you're hunkering down in that idea. Fine. That's fine. That's your niche. But that's where you're going. That's where you're specifically building. Sure, but the goes without saying, the question is, why are people staying? Right. So you can't just have a simple fucking answer of getting pushed is find a niche and making content. It's not. You can be passionate about something that you're talking about, but not be putting together the videos at all to actually display that passion. People will get bored. They will click off. You might have a spike because you do the same thing 30 fucking times, but what are you going to do after a year? What are you going to have to do after 2 years? As AI innovates, as people use AI, as people put together stories much more, how are you going to get better at that? You can't just rely on the idea of just, oh, I have a niche. I'm just going to make sure I keep posting content. That it's fucking failed pipe dream advice. If you want to get pushed, just have a niche and keep posting. Okay, well, what happens if 20 videos do bad in a row? Do you think those 20 videos are doing bad because the algorithm's just saying, you haven't earned it yet? No, those videos are doing bad because you didn't have a stop, you didn't have retention, and you didn't have any conclusion to people wanting to interact. It is arguably the most important advice to getting pushed. I don't even say it's arguably. It is the most important advice. How like, imagine being a media company, news outlet, and you're creating an idea of like, we'll just talk about the same shit all the time. Like, we'll lean into one side, but you don't ever headline your shit. You don't ever develop hooks. You don't ever try to come out with the breaking news stories to get people to stop and stay and watch and figure it out. Imagine that, though. Honestly, it would never work. We've been doing this for the fucking dawn of time. Imagine how boring the movie would be that you know the guy's going to fall in love with the girl. You already know the plot. Why would you even watch the fucking movie anyways? Because it had a good intro, it had a good story, and it gave you the conclusion. This is shit that's been built in our society for fucking since medias exist, I would assume. Maybe even before. It's also kind of lazy. If you want to grow, you've also got to grow your videos and be creative. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, the problem is people take the concept of like what was just mentioned and they use extreme examples, rarity examples, like you're not him examples. You're not Sam Solik. You're just not. Right place, right time, right energy, everything. It's also too, we got to give some credit to people. It is not natural for the average person to be able to just show up and talk to a camera and just free flow off of ideas. It's not natural. It does take a skill set. This is why a lot of you guys are like, how do I get over this? How do I get over it? Because you haven't acquired that skill set yet. You gotta. So when people use these things like, oh, well, okay, if it's just so easy, why are you not doing it? If it's just that easy, how are you not blown up yet then? Because like, there's plenty of people that just stick with specific things. No, it doesn't. See, okay, this is a great example. It's doing bad because it takes time to find an audience. No, it doesn't. You're working with the largest social media platforms in the world with the most advanced AI algorithms that exist. The whole purpose of these websites is to get an audience to your fingertips as fast as possible. As fast as fucking possible. This is why somebody can start a new YouTube channel and grow overnight. Okay. And I don't mean to pick on you, man, but I'm like checking out your page and stuff. See, this is what I'm trying to articulate. And this is no disrespect. Take in mind, by the way, somebody reached out to me years ago and gave this type of constructive criticism and advice, and it completely changed my life. It takes me 2 seconds to look at your page and see everything you're doing wrong. Everything you're doing wrong. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I know exactly why your streams are getting pushed. I know exactly why your shorts are not getting pushed. It takes 2 seconds, dude. 2 seconds. I can already see why you're not doing well. I'm telling you right now, you're not outgrowing this niche. You are not going to reach a point to where eventually, if you just keep the habits of doing what you're doing on your YouTube channel, you're going to break through. It's going to be life-changing. You're going to go from 133 subscribers to tens of thousands, and it's going to change your life. You're not going to get there. And the bad thing is there was this window where brands would even invest into guys like you and partner with guys like you. This window is closing, man. As people are getting more better at AI, they're understanding algorithms. Businesses don't fucking care about the, what's the word that I'm looking for? Businesses and brands don't care about the fucking ethical, moral, let me make you feel good about yourself shit. They don't give a shit, man. They want results. And the thing is, as more people learn how to leverage these things and figure this shit out, they're going to get results. Now, it's not to say that, like, looking at your channel, you have to turn into a fucking mindless drone and not enjoy what you do. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. But the advice that you just gave in chat is, it's why I get so worked up about this shit, because it's the worst fucking dog shit advice ever. Because you could have real potential. Maybe you are actually really good at talking to a camera. Maybe you're really good at storytelling. Maybe your passion can help fucking connect. Maybe you would provide value to somebody who's thinking about ending their fucking life one day. If the fucking platform, if that person can't find you because you don't know how to fucking title, tag, put together intros, put together a story because you can't get distributed, okay, you missed that opportunity. Maybe you're a very positive person that can give a lot of fucking entertainment to individuals. You are doing a bad job as a creator getting yourself to that point. And the advice you give to other people is just niche down and just create content. That's how you get pushed. You don't even have proof that you've done this. You don't even have proof. And by the way, you actually don't have to niche down and to get pushed, by the way. You can actually just manipulate fucking rage bait in any scenario and have a whole bunch of random videos pop off. It's not hard to actually get pushed, just to want to be clear. I'm not suggesting I know more. No, it's not about knowing more than me. Because I'm sure you're educated in a lot of things that I'm not educated in. There's plenty of knowledge that people have in other aspects, okay? We're talking about the experience thing. That's all it is. It's just experience. In this facet, I have more experience than you. You might be good at woodworking, which I envy. Maybe you work on cars, you have the ability. So it's not even about knowing more, because at the end of the day, we all know certain things over other things. It's healthy for you to understand that, because when you take like even everything I'm saying, the whole reason I'm trying to go off on this is you can take this two ways. You can be like, I disagree with this and I want to explain why I disagree. Or you can be like, holy shit, man, this guy's giving me the power to understand this is within my control. Because that's how I took it when I had 5,000 subscribers years ago and I was uploading every single day, targeting a niche, just making sure I uploaded every single day. And shout out to the motherfucker Fish, who came to my channel, had 800,000 subscribers, came to my channel, DM'd me and said, brother, your thumbnails and titles are trash. Trash. You make good videos. Nobody's clicking on your shit. At first I was offended. I had pushback. I was like, I know what I'm doing. And then he showed me. He's like, go look at your impressions. When I looked at impressions, I said, what are these? He's like, that's how many people YouTube pushed your shit to this last fucking month. And it was 900,000 people. Guess what my click-through rate was? 1.6% or something like that. He's like, that's horrible click-through rate. You are providing good content. You're stubborn with your thumbnails and titles. You're not making that connection. You are holding yourself back from fucking millions of views because of stubbornness. That is the best advice I ever got. The mentality and idea that just niche down, it's crazy bad. The idea that all you do is niche down and just show up and create content and you'll just make it, buddy. Your mentality needs shifted. You got the content part right, 100%. You have the niche understanding down. You clearly have a niche. You're doing like a lot of this gaming shit. But that is not how you get pushed. How you get pushed is the stop factor, it's the story factor, and it's the result factor. I'm telling you right now, that's how you get pushed, brother. Oh, dude, 1.6 CTR was horrible, brother. Horrible. I was missing out on hundreds of thousands of views. They pushed my shit. Yeah, it's all in good faith, brother. I'm just very passionate about when I talk about it. Because the idea is this. You said that in my stream today. It likes to fire under my ass, by the way, because, dude, you look like a normal guy just like me. And for years, I created this idea in my head that I had to be somebody special. I had to be like, maybe it's because of my looks. Maybe it's because the platform's holding me back. Maybe it's because I didn't have this situation. Maybe it's because I spent too many years being a fucking alcoholic, not generating any income and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. I used to beat myself up all the time. And then I realized that I was within complete control of my shit. I get amped up over this shit because the option that you presented me, it is the route that you're not within control. What I'm talking about today, the things I talk about, I know they're more annoying. Great, you learned how to edit a video. Now you have to learn how to do a hook. Now you have to learn how to do a story. I know it's intimidating, it's annoying. But if you want dream life, that's what it takes, guys. I'm sorry, it's not this fluffy feeling shit, man. It's every level you get to, you unlock new shit you have to learn. And what you realize after a period of time is actually that's the fulfillment. That's where you get your result. That's where you get genuine drive. The fact that you are 35, 36, 37, 40, 45, and you can still learn new things and level up, brother, it changes everything. It gets you something to chase. What a boring life it would be to just feel like you have it all figured out with no real results in your mid-30s because you can't fucking unlock and you can't scale. What a just horrible way to live, right? The thing is, in your particular situation, I don't want your mentality being like that because you're going to fuck yourself. Because that's not how you're going to get results. When you change your mentality, you have again, good start. And this is how a lot of creators have it because everybody talks about niches and shit nowadays. Everybody knows the word niche now. But you're like 10% of the battle. 10% of the battle, brother. I'd argue that, right, guys? Any of the other successful creators in here? I know we got a couple guys in here that also manage channels and you guys have good inputs and stuff. Like some of you guys know click-through rate, you know retention. I would say the figuring your target audience is 10% of the battle. It's the start. Because like the real work comes in like sticking with it. It really does. It really does. It just becomes like showing up even on the days where you're like, yeah, come on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, Chris, I'm not saying it out of bad faith. I'm saying it because I passionately don't want you fucking just thinking that advice is going to get you somewhere. You are holding yourself back, not taking yourself serious. There's nothing stuck, guys. The biggest fucking streamer of the world right now is a fucking guy avataring as a peanut, getting drunk on stream. Okay? Getting drunk. Shadow, $10 super chat. Do you think intros and outros for your content impact your retention? Always remember to uphold the honor of the samurai, the courage of the Spartans, and the relentlessness of the Vikings. I love that, man. This is something I struggle with. I made like a cool little intro to my building in public series. I just love the intro. It's like making me a little tiny intro that takes like, it's like literally like 2 seconds. You can see it in my newest vlog. It's just a me thing. However, I don't think those are like, they can hurt retention. When last week I did a consulting call with a client. And by the way, this is what I'm going to talk about whenever somebody's like, what do you get with this shit? These are like real problem solving situations. So, wait, hold on. Oh yeah. So we looked at his channel, and anytime he would try to push out of his typical niche or what he thinks is his niche. So this guy, he's a general all around lifestyle and wellness channel. Like that's really what he is. But he is super, super targeted. And this is why I hate the word niche. He has super targeted one aspect of that industry, and he feels stuck in that. And it's because he has figured out certain videos that work with it, and he keeps replicating those videos in that, but he doesn't trial run and look inwards at the other videos that he tries, right? So we analyzed a test video that he did a year ago. We analyzed the test video that we did a year ago, or he did a year ago. And he's like, this video flopped. And again, what we've seen with this is we went in there, that video had good packaging. It had good click-through rate. People were clicking on it. The bad thing, he used the same intro from his other stuff, his targeted niche in this video that it's a pillar. They're related. They're still health style, or they're still lifestyle and health and fitness. But he used that same intro. Dude, it was like 80% of viewers. Boom, 55% of viewers. In the intro, he lost 30% of the people that clicked on the video because of the intro. If the intros and outros don't add clarity and context to the story and wouldn't keep somebody engaged, cut them. Cut them. Get them out of there, guys. Gamers do this all the time. Egotistical. That's all they are. It's just a narcissistic thing. You don't actually need to advertise your logo and have an intro. It's a presentable thing. I can't say ego and narcissistic. It could be just like creative side. That's why I like to use a little bit like to document the building and public series like this right here. You do consultant calls. How can I book a call with you? They are on my website. Yeah. So how this works, guys, to be clear too. So what happens is you just get it on there. I have it set up on my Shopify where those will alert me specifically that day. I'll reach out with an introduction email to go through a checklist of like, is this conversation actually going to be worth it? I create I don't fucking care. I guess I'll give away my fucking shit. I'll even show you guys a thing that I put together. I've actually been told that I charge way too less. I don't want to use theirs as an example. So yeah, so this is obviously TikTok can't see this. But yeah, these are like so this is what I do. So, you know, we build the client snapshot, key observations, performance metrics, strategy, thumbnail, you know, insights, content delivery, shit like that. So I like to show that because like, it's one of those things where like, if we can't even figure out half of those things that we should be to strategically being able to help a call, I don't know if it's, dude, I've gotten suggested from a couple business oriented friends who, shout out if any of you guys are watching this. You know what I've learned over the time, by the way, the people that will invest into you most likely are not the ones that are talking in chat. And this is why I laugh at the fucking motherfuckers that worry about viewership. Oy vey, that fucking tard that we just had come over at a kick. This is why you'll never be successful at anything. The vanity metrics is killing so much potential for people. Holy shit. The reality is across the board, whatever we have, I don't know what today's metrics are. I don't pay attention. But let's just say there's 100, 200 people across all platforms. Let's just give a hypothetical. There could be 5 people in there that consulting, need help. And those are the people that I really would be working with. If you don't think there's somebody watching this stream right now on a platform that generated 7 figures this year, come on. It's baffling. Just the discredit that people will generate for their viewership. You just think that everybody that just watches the stream is just a fucking moron. And this is why you don't value their time. And this is why you don't appreciate it. I would rather get less views being more direct and providing value for people actually clicking on the stream than try to just elicit a response by doing, you know, a rage bait conversation to just fucking get viewership of honestly bottom feeders on average. No offense. When I was doing the like drama content on Kick, those were bottom feeder viewers. Those are just people that are just using my stream to bitch about something. They're not even there for me. They're just, I'm picking a topic. I'm creating an environment where they can come, they can fucking yap about the shit. And that's all they do. They just bitch in there. This is why some people like Hassan are so successful. The majority of the chat is 90% of people just bitching and just moaning and just arguing. Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. I don't find value in that anymore. It's just, there's just no reason. It's just, it's disgusting. Just nasty. Just nasty. Nasty. So, 1 second. I clicked on Peanut because he looked like a peanut. His streams are all over the place, but it's entertaining and it stands out. Yeah, but the deeper nuance with that is like, he's got a stop factor. You're stopping because of the peanut. You're staying because he is entertaining as fuck. A lot of that, and this is where I was talking about, like, you got to give the natural praise. Guys, Peanut, you're not Peanut. None of you guys in here are Peanut. It's a very rare group of people that are Peanut. The best way that I describe this is Peanut is that cool friend that you had in high school. And it like, I don't know, maybe pisses you off or not. Every friend group has that one friend that just everybody fucks with because they're so witty. They're so quick with it. They create the trends in the group of friends where they say they say the same shit over and over because so-and-so kept fucking saying it. And now it's like become a group trend, or they created like a habit of or something. And now all the boys do it as like a meme funny gesture and way. And you always just wonder, like, how does that person just naturally flow into any situation? He can just talk to anybody. He can crack jokes about anything. That's Peanut. So Peanut has his shock factor from his clips, his stop factor because he's a fucking peanut. He makes those weird noises and shit. And then the story in itself is what people say in those clips. And that's why you actually discovered him. That's why the majority of people that discovered Peanut, it was because of the clips. And the clips, the hook factor was the most important part of that. But the reason you stayed is because of the stop rate, or it's because of the hold rate. It's because you kept watching. I don't know if you've ever scrolled lately on TikTok after watching a couple peanut clips. You'll find a fucking wet avocado, a fucking toasty toast. Dude, so many people are trying to replicate his shit. Prime example that it's just not, oh, build a character. Just replicate what Peanut does. It works. It's different, man. It's different. He has the hold rate. Sure, he's a peanut. He has the hold rate, though. You just got to figure out what your hold rate is. This is my hold rate. I can't hold viewership to save my life when I play a game because I just get too focused. I get, oh no. Hello? Wait, what? What? The camera's not dead. Hold on, let me replace the battery just to be safe. Hold on. Sorry, boys. All right, let's see if this works. Sorry. Hello? Okay, this is. Silly avocado. That's why I'm gonna just rename myself to Silly Avocado. God, the fucking cam link is so dog shit. It's on the long form platforms, guys. It's only the long form platforms that are doing it. The dummy battery that I have is also, wait, is this still doing it? Oh, Jesus. 1 second. Little fucky wucky. Okay, there we go. We're back. Dude, yeah, cam links are so fucking bad. I don't know why I use it. Yeah, this is amateur hour. This is amateur hour. I know. We should be good for a while now. We should be good for a while. I just need to use the actual cam capture card. The Elgato capture card or whatever. So yeah. Now that we've talked about the hook, the hold rate is actually, I think a lot of creators start to figure out hooks, but I think where most creators fail is the holding, like getting somebody to stay. Hold. I mean, it's not even a thing. Retention is like the most important thing. If you're not having success in a video, you're not getting retention. You're not getting somebody to stay and watch. TikTok's is like a completion rate. The vertical in general, I think, is completion and looping, like rewatching. YouTube long form is the first 30 seconds. It's just so important, man. You could have a great thumbnail. You could have a great title. You could have good CTR. People are clicking. If you lose 50% of your viewers in the first 30 seconds, that video is going, it's not getting pushed. Go look at my last few weeks of uploads. Tell me the video with good CTR. And I'll tell you right now, the camera one's not good CTR. That's killed that video, actually. It's crazy how much of this like bleeds off into each other. I had very good retention on that video. The people that I can get to click on that video, people are staying and watching. It's a well put together video. Packaging is just dog shit. And I for the life of me, I can't get it back to life. So I'm just letting it live. Maybe it'll kick back up later down the line. But you can clearly tell in the last 4 weeks what video had really good retention and a good click-through rate. You can tell which one's doing well. Oh, I'm talking about on YouTube. Sorry about that. With a thumbnail and title. Because we're talking about long form. The first 30 seconds of the retention is huge. Mid video drop off is a big important thing. The biggest thing with this is like a lot of creators don't know the filler that they need to remove. They get like you'll see drop-offs in graphs of retention. And you'll be like, oh, what did I do there? And it's like you kind of veered off track and you started talking about some other shit. Which obviously we have retention fall off all the time on fucking on YouTube streams, for example. Of course. Of course. Because I ADHD brain. But when you're putting together a video, it's very crucial that you stick to the point. I think a good way of thinking about this is like, at the end of the day, if you do a good hook, a good stop to get somebody to stay and watch something, you owe it to them to provide the reason to stay and watch, or they're fucking moving on. And not only they're moving on, they're fucking pissed. Yeah, the death setup video. Great retention, great thumb. It's at like 6.6 right now while getting pushed. It's getting suggested way more than anything else. And it's like mid 70s or something like that retention at the start of that video, and like 40 to 50% staying in that video or something like that. It's just a good video. And you could clearly tell it's getting the best results right now. Clearly getting the best results. This is Genosaurus Rex. Oh my God. Why is your name Moist Brenda? Okay. Okay. Don't know you. Don't know you. Tactical fixes, remove filler, increase the pace, guys. You don't have to talk like a fucking robot, a zombie. Hey guys, but like, if you go look at my newest video, for example, I actually thought that video was going to flop. It's doing really well. The camera I'd buy if I had to start over. I just sat down at my desk, no B-roll, no over editing, nothing. And I just talked cameras for 8 minutes. Just talked cameras. And it's 3 of 10 right now. It's one of my better performing videos over the last 30 days. I don't have fillers in there. My pace is just from start to finish. It just moves. This is the big thing that I had to work on, cutting repeated phrases. Oh my God. We do this all the time. Oh my God. How many people can relate? Be honest. You don't realize till after the video is up too sometimes. Like, bro, you already said that. You already said that. And like subconsciously, these seem like little moments where you're just like, who's going to really notice or care? People like just naturally get bored. Another thing you can do is you can add tension every so many seconds. Keep open loops. Shit like that. I do like 98% live streams, so I kind of stopped over seeing about replayability. Like, so like the 98% of your content is live streams. Is that what you're saying? God. Yeah, that's what I've been doing that lately to help out. Yeah, like I'll cut something down and I'll just download the transcript. I'll throw it into AI and be like, how's the pacing of this? Did I repeat myself? And it will tell you like, yeah, you've already brought this point up. But this is good flow. This is bad flow. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, fam's good. Everybody's well. We have some family coming down this weekend. Also, I forgot to check too. Is TikTok still, well, I mean, you guys are in here. TikTok was down this morning. It was weird. What's up, Dad? Oh my God, I don't like that. Don't like that. So yeah, so kind of catch up. Getting people to stop, guys. No slow intros. Getting people to stop is the first important step of, is somebody going to watch your content? And then as a result of that, are you going to get pushed into the algorithm? Because if you get people to stop, it's a green flag. Hey, green flag number 1. Fuck yeah. People are stopping and watching this. Maybe we should push it to more people so they stop and watch. Green flag number 1. To get that, no slow intros, no context before payoff. Don't start mid-sentence in something. Showing the outcome first in some aspects if you want, but don't try to just give away the entire video in the first 5 seconds and then expect them to stay for 30 seconds. Bold claims with tension. This is where I really lean in. Like I said, that's how I get people to stop. This lens sucks or something like that. Or no, that's actually not your camera that's doing this. It's your lighting. That's just having the comment on there, it's kind of like just a good punch of, oh, what's not it? Let me see what this fat ass has to say. me see what this motherfucker has to say. It's just a way to kind of use a bold claim, get some tension. So use those to fix your hooks. Hold rate. Once you get somebody to stop and watch your video, remove filler, build a story, tell a story, like keep them engaged through the conversation, but increase your pace. Cut repeated shit. Maybe add a little fucking, 10 to 30 seconds, like a little pizzazz, a little controversy, a little tension. Yeah, just keep create retention as this idea of time management. Like a good advice that I got a while ago from a creator, which has helped me out come so much over the years. If you're getting bored editing your video, guys, it's probably a bad sign. Like if you're playing back your video, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even keep up with the story on this. I'm just cutting clips and stuff. Okay, well, it's kind of a fucking, I mean, some of my best videos that I put out, like skits, I laughed at the video. It was funny. I like played it when I fucking rendered the final version or added like the final punchline. I'm like, that's funny. That's a funny video. Weird how that works. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Second day of the week. So let's keep the good times and positive vibes rolling. Have a great day and a great stream. I'll be hanging in the shadows. Take it easy, brother. Have a good one. Have a good one. Your skits are pretty good. Thank you, man. How do I plan on doing my skits? Well, I have basic structure. When I come up with an idea, I know that I have to have a hook. I know I have to build a story, and I know I have to have a punchline. But for the most part, they're pretty random. They just kind of come up with it. It's usually situational. Like something will happen in real life, and I'll be like, that's fucking stupid. I should make a skit about it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And by the way, guys, get this here. Sick idea. I haven't tried doing that. Wait, what do you mean? With the skits or what? When it comes to thumbnail, simple is better, right? Yeah. Yes and no. Like it just depends on the content. What you're trying to do. It really depends. I like the iPhone skit. I love doing them. I love doing it. How about recycled content? I mean, brother, if you can recycle anything and it still provides value, I mean, you're goofy for not doing it. Yeah. I mean, some of the best guys here at the end of the day, let me give you some life advice here. Some of the best, most successful businesses locally, worldwide, they're boring. They just solve a simple problem and they do it on repeat 24/7. Simple, boring, nothing glorified from it. Some of the best content creators, they find one thing that works and they just do it over and over and over and over and over again. They recycle content every day. And obviously not to discredit them. Again, he's generational talent in terms of the idea of like his personality is just so good. Look at the Burt Peanut. So motherfuckers will actually like criticize somebody for saying, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying some people just like hate on the idea of like recycling content. When I seen that a iPhone skit would do well, I made 30 of them bitches. When I seen a setup video do well, I made 30 of them bitches. I make them all the time because they do well. They fucking work. And people will be like, oh, another one. Could have come up with something original. We still watch them. They still get views. Every day, Peanut says the same fucking 20 things, and motherfuckers are glued to that TV. Every fucking day. Guys, think about it. Gary Vee has been saying the same shit for fucking 12 years now, and you still watch clips of his shit. Alex Hormozy says the same shit. Casey Neistat did pretty much the same shit every day in New York, just told a different story around it. But like, you still knew that he was going to take his fucking skateboard and he was going to do a fucking time lapse and yada, yada, yada. Every day. What kills a lot of creators, even some businesses, is people constantly are trying to create new problems to solve. Like you have to be fucking Elon Musk or some shit. You just really don't. You really don't. I myself have gotten in my head over this. doing this shit, there's a general idea of how can I actively talk about content creation and trying to help build up creators and talk tech and gear. Because eventually, like, if you learn a few things, you're just going to be done with it. But the thing is, it's always going to be relevant. And you're always going to need to be reminded of certain things. Content and fashion is very cyclical. 100% agree with you, sir. Smith with the hung response. Rewatched your 2020 M1 Max setup video. And I was like, wow, this is still... Dude, well, that's another thing. People don't understand like this. I get shit on all the time for this. People will like look at current metrics and be like, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Your videos did this over the last few days. Yeah, dumbass. I also made evergreen videos too. What are you talking about? People just don't understand content. You don't have to fucking be the top of the top in every single thing you do to understand. Like, you don't have to be the most jacked person ever to understand that how to lose fucking weight and how to give somebody good advice. Some of the people that train, some of the biggest bodybuilders are fucking small. They're not that jacked. They still know what they're fucking talking about. But I've noticed on Instagram, if my shorts are longer than 15 seconds, it doesn't do well. Yeah, because you're not holding retention. So it's not that on Instagram your shorts don't do well if they're longer than 15 seconds. It's that your shorts aren't put together well. Period. Sorry to tell you. So you're doing something after 15 seconds. Because, like, that's not Instagram. It's not Instagram. It's not Instagram saying, well, videos only perform well for 15 seconds. No, it's just Instagram is the platform that's exposing and showing you that at 15 seconds, you have a problem. It's on average. That's when people, I don't know if you're talking about your retention graph drops off at the 15 seconds or if your average watch time is 15 seconds. But that just means a lot of people are just clicking off. So it's low retention. Where do you earn more monthly from you? Right now, a lot of it is my website. A lot of it's my website, which is why I'm very happy to be in the situation that I've been. I cut the Kick pay. I didn't want to be relying on Kick. I just don't think it's the future, personally. That's just me. But I also don't do the specific stuff that would garner a lot of results over there anymore. So, just not my thing. Not even trolling. I didn't see the previous message to see if you were trolling. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. But yeah. What do I earn more monthly? I don't even know. I haven't even brought that down. Probably about the same right now. Because my YouTube's up. My Kick's obviously down. I think my Kick's down to like maybe like 1,500 or something a month, I think, or something. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, YouTube would be more now. How's your lighting so perfect? Hung. Your stream room makes me drool. Ooh. Ooh. My gosh. Thank you. Thank you. What's the best social media to start out with for streaming? It's everything, brother. It's everything. I monetize everything. I'm going to fire something back at you. Why are you asking? I think that's more interesting because at the end of the day, here's the thing. It shouldn't matter. Every platform makes money. I don't want you asking on the idea of, oh, well, okay, this makes more money. I should focus on that. Because I can show you Kick streamers that make $20,000 a month. I can show you YouTube creators that make $100,000 a year. Okay. I'm just making sure. So you're just trying to get a perspective of like, does it pay well type shit. Let me tell you, all I'll tell you is this. Let's say let's just say hypothetical, YouTube and Kick combined will make $4,000 a month. Let's just throw that out there. I am more than happy to trade that over Kick itself making me $6,000. That's the perspective that you should have. It should not be about the specific, like, will navigate to the specific place that will make you more. It should be, you need to have more stable control everywhere, across everything. Even if it's fucking, you're still uploading to Facebook, you're still multi-streaming to this platform, and it's making you 100 while the others are making you a couple thousand. The whole point is monetizing yourself everywhere, because the more you show up, the more consistent you are, those other ones are going to grow as well as the main ones are. And you're less reliant on this idea that you can't fucking do anything yourself and you are pigeonholed to the fucking platform. It's not a good feeling. It's not. It's just not a good feeling. Here's a question. Do you find that live gets way better view and retention than edited videos? My lives are not getting into the high hundreds of views. Edited is like 10. Like you're editing your live down. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, monetizing YouTube and Kick and TikTok. I earn monthly from 3 sites. Good. Okay, good. Then you're asking the question for the right reasons. I'm just making sure you're not asking the question on the idea of like, which one's making you more money? Because I want to navigate to what's making you more money. Because like, if you want to make a lot of money on Kick, you can make a lot of money on Kick. The recipe is out there for everybody. You fucking say rage baity shit. You do IRL degeneracy. You go get clips on the internet. This is literally what the platform currently promotes. Like, and this is why I just don't really currently align with it. There's no real tools there. I don't have tools over there. It is funnel people over there and they will give you the fucking bag. And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just where they lean. For sure. For sure. But like, I don't want you getting in the I didn't want you getting in the idea of like, well, where can you make the most money? Because like, you can make a lot of money on any specific place if you take advantage of something. Yeah, it depends. Well, it depends on the target audience that you want. If you don't want that target audience, that's not a good way to make money, but it's there if you want it. Toughest part about multi-streaming is the big gifters tend to be on Twitch 50-50 instead of Kick 95.5, and it's hard to convince them to create Kick account. Well, no. Your toughest part about multi-streaming is you are stressed about big gifters. That's your toughest part about multi-streaming. That's really your issue. I don't rely on gifting. You guys, let me just be abundantly clear. If your objective of monetization, if you go to budget your month and you're like, well, I make this much a month off of subs, so I'm stable at that monthly income because of subs, you are retarded. Just, I want to point that out there. So when I do my monthly bunching, when I mention the numbers that I mentioned, I don't include members and shit into that stuff. So on my floor, like, when I'm doing budgeting and I say, okay, this is my monthly bills, this is how much I make across everything, I don't include subs. Those are benefits. Those are perks. Those are ups. And the amount of people that include that as like, that is a stable form of income, what a recipe for disaster. Holy shit. Especially if you change the way of living. Oh my God. The amount of creators that I've seen have like a good year where they generated like $20,000 a month. So then they made their floor bills. They got a new house. They got the new car. Their rate of living went up to 12, 13K. Guess what happens when it goes down? Yeah, guess what happens when it goes down? What's stable for me? I don't even need to generate 6 figures anymore if I really don't want to. But I try to stay above that just because like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a goal to shoot for. It's just an easy goal as well for monthly and stuff. But you know, a lot of my journey over this last year or so has been get my floor as low as possible. I mean, what do you count if it's not big gifts? That's extra income. Wait, what's stable? Everything else. You get Kick partner pay. You get advertisement on YouTube. I run a website where I sell products. I monetize on Facebook. I work with brand deals. It's everything across the board. Top of the street to you, Storm. And let me guess, are you going to give a caveat of what happens if that goes away? I'm curious if that's going to happen. What happens if your brand deal goes away? I just get another brand deal. What happens if the person that's gifting subs stops gifting subs? You don't just go and get another person that's gifting subs. If you have value in your audience and across the board, people are going to invest into that. What I just like case in point, I just closed out the steak deal. I walked away from them. Took 2 weeks. I already got another deal. And it's actually, I actually argue it's better. It's much better. Takes 2 weeks. When you have that value, that's where you actually have control. You have output. You can bring a tangible thing to somebody and say, I'm valuable. Would you like to work with me? Now they could say no, but you can't do that to fucking, now I know some cringy motherfucking streamers do this, but you can't just say, hey, I just lost my top gifter on Twitch. Will you be my new gifter? Oh, I'm not a gamer, brother. I'm not a gamer. So it's not worth having sub goal or member goal on stream? I think that's like your personal environment. You can do it if you want. You can do it if you want. But if you start living by that goal, if that goal is there because you have to get that, red flag. That's a problem. That is an insane problem. If you're and I've been there, by the way. That's why I'm saying that. Just not a good place to be. If that goal is there because you have to have 10, 20 gifted that day to get your bills paid, problem. Get a job. Stop. The reason why is because you are going to end up hating doing this. You are not going to like this. It's not even the idea that it's becoming a job. It's becoming mundane. You're not even surviving off the shit. You're stressing about it. You are going to hate it. You're going to hate gaming. And you're going to say, I burned out. No, you didn't. You just dove way too deep, brother. You dove way too deep. I'm stingy as fuck with my money. I'm not giving it to anyone. Yeah. Like, and how often do I tell you guys to subscribe and shit like that? Guess what I do? I create valuable products. I sell my time. That's my value. That's whether you agree with it or not. There's going to be somebody that has a problem that I can solve, and they'll pay $250 an hour for me to help them solve that. Or even bring, like last week, the individual that I helped out, they just wanted a different perspective. They were so hyper focused and where they're generating a large amount of revenue right now that they feel like they were sleeping in certain areas. They watched one of my live streams. They didn't even fucking talk in it. And they heard me say one bit of advice about cleaning up old videos to help throw them back in the algorithm. And they were like, oh my God, I never thought of that. This guy knows his shit. I got to get in a call with him for an hour. Guess what I get? So this is a prime example too of this. Guess what he did after that first call? He booked 2 more instantly. It's called providing value. And it's also showing me a red flag that maybe I'm charging too cheap, but I like to make it open to a handful of people. You do. So needing subs is such a shit feeling too. Feels like a charity. People asking for money at stoplights puts in more work. Yeah. That's true. Tips on landing a sponsor brand deals. What stage of growth does it make sense? When you could provide value for them via content, traffic, clicks, whatever it may be. We'll tell you when you can provide value to them. It doesn't need to be later in the game. I tell the story all the time. Got my first $20,000 brand deal when I was averaging a couple hundred views a video. I didn't get it. I didn't get the brand deal because of the views I was getting and the audience that I would push over. I got the brand deal because at that size, I was very passionate about the content I was creating. I loved cameras and lighting, and I was trying to learn all that. Look how much it paid off. And the brand was like, wow, you could put together a good video for us. Like we hear it in your voice. We want to buy, instead of them buying my viewership, they bought my creativity and then they put it on their sites. They put it on their social posting. There's multiple ways to be valuable to a brand. Yeah. When you're in it to help the money flows, dude, Daniel, okay. So that right there, that's been my prime. If you guys want a couple big, how do I say this? If there was like a bit of a hack in 2026, like a legitimate hack to find some sense of success in a specific form of content creation, like genuinely, I would say these 2, maybe 3 things are the most crucial. Number 1, if you show up on the idea of providing value to other people, like that's your sole objective, you'll become valuable for sure. The money will flow. It doesn't make sense when you give that advice up front. People overcomplicate it. But if your sole objective is to get on today and help that, for me, like as an example, to help that content creator that's struggling, to help the business that's generating multiple 6 figures a year, but doesn't know how to leverage YouTube, to the person that's just like, dude, I want to learn photo and video, but I have to have nice gear. And I can take a couple minutes and just say, no, you don't, man. Just you need to learn this. You need to learn that, and you become highly addictive at your craft. And you know, a big thing is like, if I can give you the confidence to believe that you deserve and fucking can earn whatever it is that you want to do, it just naturally comes back to me. And it's not in a fucking inorganic way. It just, I'm telling you, when you align yourself with that perceived value as being the number one goal, you will get rewarded for it. And there's a reason why so many people say this, because it's fucking true. And then the second thing, biggest advice that I'll give you guys, stop being the consumer more than the creator. Holy fuck, man. This is something that I'm trying to work on myself, and it is exponential. Guys, some of you will give other creators more time out of your day than you give your fucking self. You want people to invest into you. You want people to fucking give you subs. As much as a goal that is, I would not suggest, as much of a goal that I wouldn't suggest, that's still something that you're trying to fucking rely on, right? I'm telling you right now, some of you guys are spending more time being a viewer for other people than you are fucking working on your own shit. You change just those two things alone this year, you'll fucking find some sense of success at the end of the day. And I think, and I would say the third thing is rip yourself apart, man. Like, own your shit, dude. When you're slacking in something, how can you fucking improve? First off, it's highly addicting. The fact that you can get better at something, you can learn more shit. And the fact that you can learn more shit, so that way life doesn't just become this boring, mundane thing. Like, there's always something new. There's always something new to learn. I'm telling you, you do those three things, yeah, you'll become unstoppable at some point. It is what it is, though. Depends on what you want, man. Some people just like to live in cringe land. Some people like to just fucking be. Some people just like to be a hater on the internet and shit, man. It is what it is. You all have your fucking place. For some of us, it's going to result in fucking rewards and shit. And then the people just say, oh, you got so fucking lucky. Oh, you got so lucky. Because you're closed-minded. You never worked for anything. It makes sense. I get it. You're envious of other people. So you try to use just fucking typing in the comments on something online to try to take stabs or try to make yourself feel like you're above the person, but you're really not. And at the end of the night, you have to go to bed knowing that you weren't, regardless of what you say. Yeah. As a creator, if you're not using AI, you're missing out. Learn how to, learn. That's the key word there. What's up, Jason? Learn how to use AI. A lot of people don't know how to use AI right now. We were just talking about that earlier. All right, guys, let's talk about the third important thing for algorithms and getting your content pushed. So once you get the hook, once you get the story going, you get the retention down, you got to get the fucking signals for the platform. So this is, hopefully this is helpful for some of you guys. This is where I would say maybe jot these things down. Certain platforms need certain things. This is why some of your verticals do well in one area, but don't do well in another area. Or why your long form can do really well, but you can't get like short form on the YouTube channel to do well as well, right? Shares, saves, comments, for example, on TikTok and Instagram. The shares on Instagram is the specific big one. If you can get people to share your video, oh my God. How many of you guys share videos on Instagram? How many of you guys have group chats on Instagram or on TikTok and you guys share videos to your boys? I'm pretty sure if some of those videos got leaked that you shared as well, you would be fucked. But nonetheless, like you're a consumer of doing this. What I've started to notice is while some people call my shit cringe when I go off on like a little tangent or a little motivational bit, and I've started to turn that into content more. Yeah, you might think it's cringe. That's gay, dude. That's gay. Stop trying to be a motivational speaker. Those bitches get shares. I'll go open on my Instagram right now, and I guarantee there's notifications at the top of my page that said somebody shared my shit. And dude, it's every fucking day. Every fucking day. Yep, there it is. So-and-so shared. Oh, that's my penis. I'm just kidding. Yeah, those motivational bits. Like if I go off on something and clip it and turn it into like a little like, fuck yeah. No, I'm not fucking Peanut. Dude, I mean, those videos are a prime example. Do you guys realize how many people took those clips and like sent them to friends, shared those clips to friends saying like, dude, all this is actually the Peanut. This is actually Peanut. I think this is actually the Peanut. Shit like that. He's hilarious. Yeah, so shares, saves, comments, on YouTube long form, comments, watch time, session time, how long they spend time on your page overall. This is why I always would say, as we started multi-streaming and we were trying to focus on YouTube, and the reason why I was like, okay, no offense, fuck Kick, I'm going to focus on YouTube, is because it is, okay, how do I say what I'm about to say? Let's say on Kick, if I just kept all the views there, I would be able to monetize it more. But the reality is the session time that I can get on my channel by having you guys participate on YouTube, it's more valuable long-term to the YouTube channel as a whole than it is trying to just monetize off of views in one consolidated location. Does that make sense? Did I break that down correctly to where that was like digestible? Like this is why YouTube provides a homepage structure. You got video tab, you got shorts, you got live, you got playlist, you got post, you got the store. YouTube's goal as a whole is like, they don't want you feeling the need to leave the site. And by the way, the other platforms are leaning into this. Instagram's leaning into this. TikTok's leaning into this. This is why it's so hard. The thing is, Kick and Twitch are fighting a different battle right now between each other. And like, maybe I'm just dumb. I don't see a world where long-term, if they're not building the things now, which is going to shift the culture of everything in the future, I don't know how they're going to keep up. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't find an end game. And I mean, there's a possible theory. Maybe maybe Twitch is working on something right now. I don't know. And what I mean by this is Instagram and TikTok has seen what the real power with YouTube is and Google. And it's the fact that they're the #1 websites in the world. You can look that up, by the way. And this is nothing new. Google's #1, YouTube's #2. They are the most normalized sites on average, where if you want to go learn something, you want to go search something up, you figure something out, you go to Google, you go to YouTube. Now, everybody's competing with AI now with this. Like, I just go to ChatGPT now. I don't even go to Google. But I built my whole entire career from Google. Everything I learned, I learned from fucking Google and YouTube. I learned tutorials. I learned how to fucking manage finances and get out of debt and yeah, everything off that shit. Instagram and TikTok see the real power in the fact that YouTube has created this ecosystem where you just don't even need to leave. You don't need to leave for shit now. It's all there. So session time is super important on your page. But the thing is, TikTok's doing this too. TikTok, like more and more people right now than ever have started to use TikTok, oddly, and Instagram as like best local restaurants to eat. Like they're taking advantage of like real SEO, which there's a couple things from this, by the way. This means there's going to be a huge boom in evergreen content. So like all the valuable shit that you've seen on YouTube over the years, the old valuable shit. Well, this is exactly why I pivoted a lot of my content recently, by the way, is as people start to search up things more, the tutorial-esque, the informative stuff become more valuable on Instagram and TikTok. Because again, their whole goal on these platforms, TikTok does not want you leaving. They want you to be able to find the thing you're looking for. They want you to be able to consume the content, see somebody in a live stream. They want you staying on that platform as long as possible. Instagram, same thing. I just don't see a world because and guys, it's going to happen. That's the thing. I think that's where like a lot of people create these debates. It's like, well, no, we're going to make the biggest. Twitch is like, no, this is the place where gamers stream, man. And like Kick is like, nah, we're going to become a good streaming platform. And I'm like, you guys get that eventually like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are just going to consume more and more people every fucking day. Because naturally, as you wake up, as you go to take your shit, and the first thing you start, the habit is you scroll Instagram first, or TikTok, or YouTube. Or maybe that's not your habit right now. Maybe you do go watch a live stream while you're doing some downtime shit. But all it's going to take is one fucking update, that one video you watch on Instagram that gets you to scroll a little longer. And then instead of you creating the habit, or some of your viewers having the habits of like, all right, let's show up and watch a streamer today. You're going to naturally create the habit where you go to check fucking Instagram, you go to check TikTok, you go to check YouTube. And then because it has reels there, because it has live streaming there, because you can see the best places to eat locally, because you can search up how to scale your business, because you can figure out how to fix your tech product, you're just going to stay there. You're just literally going to stay on that site. And when Twitch and Kick don't have either one of these things, I'm just like, how are they going to compete? It doesn't make sense, does it? So, and by the way, what I mean by this as well is like, nobody goes to Twitch or Kick to do anything outside of watching the streamer who they're most likely already going. They've seen them on another platform, so they're going to go check them out on Twitch, or they already actively follow them. You don't go to Twitch and Kick to have a conversation, like an authentic conversation, like to learn about a new update. If I told you guys today, hey, go find out, go look, somebody right now, go find me information on the new MacBook Pro that just got launched today. Are you going to Twitch or Kick for that? Honestly, are you going to Twitch or Kick for that? No, of course not. Naturally, you're going to go, you're either going to be on TikTok because you're on TikTok, or you're going to go to X, or you're going to go to YouTube, you're going to go to Instagram. Until Twitch and Kick can ever create a habit to where society over time will naturally use their devices for more than just streaming, how are they ever going to compete with the people that are manipulating people's attention spans to fucking consume their sites longer? They don't have that on Twitch or Kick. It comes down to the creator being good enough and wanting to stay on that platform to entertain the individual. I mean, you're talking about human psychology here, guys. You're talking about these platforms, and now they're using fucking AI, man. I mean, it's case in point. Pizza's in here right now. Case in fucking point. Let me break down what's going to happen over the next couple years. Dank Pizza just commented in here. Okay. I met Dank Pizza just a few weeks ago on TikTok, and their first inclination was, oh, I like your TikTok. I discovered you here. Let me go to Twitch. Within 2 weeks, the normal interaction now is YouTube. Normal interaction now is YouTube. Dank, back me up here. The first thing you ever said is, I just naturally go to check people out on Twitch from TikTok. Something's changed. You just came to my YouTube. You are either A, doing something already, you got a different alert, but there's something that elicited, you already changed. In 2 weeks, you changed your course of what you even said in TikTok. The amount of people that I've already seen in just 5-6 months of doing this, it's astonishing. How many people had the habit of, oh, you're on TikTok, let me come to this, yada, yada, yada. These platforms, you got like, I think the scarier thing to understand, and you can say this is not good or whatnot. The difference with Twitch and Kick is YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok is fucking scary of how much they know about you that you don't know. It is fucking scary. And they're not making anything at all to compete with that. Now, you could look at that as a positive way of like, yeah, we don't need that in this world. Guys, it's here. It's fucking here. Every day you're consuming shit and interacting with tools that is changing your fucking brain chemistry. Every fucking day. You cannot like it. You can stand against it. But at the end of the day, it's here. You don't even know you're being manipulated by these things. It's why you feel like you have to check a certain app at a certain time. Right now, all Kick and Twitch is relying on is the dopamine rush of people making money, trying to convert people off of those other platforms through attention to bring people over. There's no actual human psychology to it. The second you get hooked on another thing, you would stop watching those things immediately because there's no other consumption outside of, a streamer there. And the thing is, if you even give something, I've noticed this too over the last few months, especially with Peanut. I've talked to a couple people about this. Again, they went to Twitch because of Peanut. That's where the general idea was to stream. Over time, as they use YouTube more, and YouTube is so good at the metadata and understanding people and what they watch, YouTube says, oh, you're probably interested in fucking burnt peanut. So then they suggest them on YouTube and they're like, well, fuck, I watch them on Twitch, but now I can just watch them on YouTube. I'll just click the stream. And because they're just a consumer and they don't really interact, they just start watching. And yeah, I don't know. You just realize, I mean, the ignorance in the gaming and streaming world is pretty crazy in a lot of aspects. It's really fucking culty and cringe. I searched Peanut, and that's how I found this live. Oh, there you go. Oh, fuck. I fucking hate you. I thought that was actually like an edge. Fuck you. Fuck you, pal. Once you understand that the gaming streaming culture is light years behind everything, dude, it changes your perspective. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what's a good way to... Oh, dude, guys, you just say... Okay, listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to say. Here's a great example of the gaming and streaming space and how confined they are in this bubble, and they think the whole world lives around them. But even in their own world, like their priorities and thought process is so fucking outdated. Guys, we're talking about the same like group community of people to where, example, Elgato just came out with a new interface for streamers. And I'm telling you guys, within the next couple of years, all you guys are going to not be using Roadcasters. You're not going to be using Go XLRs. You're going to be using the Elgato thing that just launched because it's literally the best product that exists. But there's this like stubbornness in the gaming space because it doesn't look like a Go XLR. So they essentially want everybody to just make a Go XLR. They just essentially want everybody to make a Go XLR. Well, if I don't know what I'm talking about, there's no reason for you to be here, right? That would be retarded to do. So think about that. Go XLR went out of business for a reason. Everybody says it's a perfect product. It's great. It does well. Okay, why did they go out of business? Why did the company go out of business? Oh, well, because of mismatch. No, I mean, they're making a product. You bought their product. They're supposed to be really good, but they went out of business. So you're tying your identity to something that actually didn't do well. You just think it does well because somebody said you needed to have a Go XR to be a streamer. So you think it does well. You think you have to be a Twitch streamer, and you hate Twitch as a platform because they take 50%, and you want other platforms to just become Twitch. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Twitch is a failed product. It doesn't work. That's like long-term, all they're relying on right now is their creators being there and funneling people over. As a website, it doesn't work. It's never been profitable with no actual long-term potential of finding profit. 17 years later, it doesn't actually work. But and a lot of you guys hate Twitch, but you want YouTube to just become Twitch 2.0? Closed-minded. The amount of motherfuckers that live in the Mixer world. And there's like, Mixer was so good, dude. It was the best website. Oh, yeah? Where the fuck is Mixer, dude? Oh, they shut down. It wasn't a good product. It didn't fucking work. Oh, well, that's because somebody said some racist shit. It had nothing to do with that, brother. If that place was making fucking money, that place would have never shut down. Bro, fucking really? Really? You think that's what it actually was? Microsoft was looking for a reason to shut that bitch down. Looking for a reason to shut that bitch down. Just looking for it. Yeah, TikTok's all over the place today. Is it true you're not allowed to say kick on Twitch? No. Just like it's not actually true that you fucking can say that on fucking TikTok too. Oh, don't say that. Don't say these no words. Bro, if you keep people clicking, staying, watching, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So with that being said, when you understand that a large portion of the streaming culture is built up of this, like it's reality, guys, is built up of a large portion of this very closed-minded gaming niche culture that doesn't understand like big picture, you start to realize that the platforms that are chasing that, it's not good. It's no bueno. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? What's up, John? What the connection I'm trying to make from this is like, once you understand that the like for years, there's this general idea, oh, you're a streamer, you stream games. Culture shifts. People will outgrow things. Streaming is going to become more mainstream. And I'm not just talking about IRL streamers. It's already started. Some of the big business guys and some brands, they're going live 2026 is going to be a huge boom in live product sales. I think you're already seeing it on TikTok everywhere. Like dude wipes will go live in a live stream talking about their products and shit like that. This isn't a gaming culture. It's not a gaming culture anymore. It's going to outgrow that. And all the motherfuckers that live in that bubble of where they originally found live streaming, which is like gaming, watching streams, and they live off of those antics and that idea of how to like be successful in something. In the platforms in themselves, they keep living this idea of like, oh, we'll just harness the fucking original streaming feeling over here. If you aren't fucking competing with the big dogs to take advantage of human psychology to manipulate people into staying and interacting with your site, I don't see a world where they can stick around. I just don't see it. Do you think streaming games will die out then? No. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I think over the next 2 years, some of your biggest gaming streamers are going to be on TikTok and YouTube. I think that's already started, hasn't it? Oh, sorry. No, I'm so dialed. So Shadow, I'm so sorry about that. I'm trying to do a better job in these streams to, structure them down and stick with things. And one habit I'm trying to break is not like stopping what I'm talking about, reading a super chat right away, going in a different direction, and then trying to come back to the thought process. So that's my bad. Let's get one thing straight once and for all. Biggie sounds absolutely nothing like Burt Peanut. Burt Peanut sounds like Biggie. I fucking hate you guys. I hate you guys. You paid $5 to say that, by the way. Either that or they lag, bro. They lag like hell. Wait, what does? The super chats? Keeks, don't encourage it. What about being built around community involvement? What do you mean, Joe? Are you talking about OnlyFans? Because I got a link for you, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, by the way, friendly reminder. Also, too, I was suggested, I need to do a better job at this. This is the part of like the whole like building in public shit that I'm talking about. And I need to bring you guys in my thought process more. I got reached out from a couple more business oriented individuals. These are people that clear like 7 figures. And, dude, they pinpointed things in my stream. They're like, dog, when people ask for consulting, you tell people not to do it. And they're like, I get it. Your empathy brain is kicking in and you're like, you don't want people to waste money. The thing is, people that need shit, they need the help. Like, stop discrediting it. So that's one thing I got to work on. The second thing that I got to work on is I have to stop looking at the blueprints of being reactionary. The LUTs, that can be reactionary. I think the good advice that I have is a couple people read the blueprints and they're like, people need to they need to read these. They need the fucking sheets. So while we're talking about all these things, guys, the blueprints, I know we're talking about all these theories and how to make content better, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. What's up, Matt? But then when you do booking coaching, I got, dude, so I'd love your input on this. I've gotten absolutely ripped alive by one of my buddies. Now he's more like fitness, but like it's kind of like same concept. First off, he's like $250 an hour. And you've seen what I did. I provided, like, I have an actual Google Sheets document that I put together for anybody that I jump into a call with, where I take down notes. I try to put together shit, yada, yada, yada. So that way, when we go in there, we can fucking dial it in, right? We can dial it in. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we can just fucking dial it in, right? He's like, dog, for even $250 an hour, I would just be getting in a call and just be like, what's up? If I were you. He's like, the fact that you're doing this and that. So I already got ripped alive for that. But then I told him, I was like, yeah, we actually went 2 hours. And he's like, did you at hour 1, did you say like, hey, time's up? I was like, nah, man, we just kept ripping. And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, man, dude, I can't. This is the part that I'll be out there. This is the part that I struggle with is I'm trying to do a better job at monetizing my shit. I know it fucking works. I know it works because for years, your fucking YouTube creators, your gaming YouTube creators that had problems were in my DMs asking me questions, and I'd spend an hour fucking helping them solve shit. And one of the number one lessons in selling a product is if you are questioning if it's valuable, if you get the same question 50 fucking times, it's valuable. Period. End of. And I'm trying to do a better job at that. So yeah, as a friendly reminder, guys, I truly believe in the blueprints that I built. I have not gotten one bad response about it. At the end of the day, we can talk about hooks. We can talk about retention. We can talk about whatever. If you do not have a system in place to show up, get work done, set objectives, check your analytics, reach out to brand deals. If you don't have a system in place holding yourself accountable, none of the shit matters. None of it. That's why I built the blueprints. I have a streamer version. I have a creator version. I'm telling you right now, it's the easiest 25 fucking dollars anybody can fucking spend to start off. And if you can't do it for 90 fucking days, he said I also need to stop doing this. Don't waste your fucking money. Because honestly, I don't think you're going to do this shit anyways. If you want to be a creator, if you want to be a streamer and start being a content creator and learning how to create videos out of your shit, if you can't stick to something for 90 days without getting fucking paid, without getting crazy results and the stupid fucking retarded vanity metrics, the fucking, I just want 10,000 followers. If you can't show up and be present for 90 days, showing something you're into, creating content, conversation around it to build a real community, you're not going to do this anyways. So you should just be a consumer, not a doer, personally. Bro, I'll book 5 more calls with you because you were generous with 1 hour. Tell your buddy. I got you, brother. I got you. I'm looking for something, Matt. Just give you a heads up. I'm thinking about doing something more big picture for more serious guys like you too. I love. At the end of the day, guys, like it's a win-win for me. I like getting the call with Matt and helping out with a couple things. Seeing his eyes spark up, dude. I get addicted to this shit, man. Cause it's, dude. And the thing is. The thing is, it's a win-win-win for guys like me. It is, because then Matt mentioned things. I'm like, dude, why am I not thinking of this? Matt, you're killing it, man. I meant what I said, man. I think you're gonna do some good shit. Just the analytics alone, oh my god, dude, the power it gives you. You're just like, oh fuck, I control the narrative. I control this. I get the reaction. I really appreciated that, man. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. Random question. If I have an A6400, is it worth upgrading the sit down channel with good lighting? Dude, A6400 is a great camera. You get this lens that's on TikTok right now, the 15 millimeter 1.4. Oh my God, your shot's going to look fucking buttery smooth. You'll be creating OnlyFans content in no time. I've been doing it for 6 years. I made enough to pay for a $20,000 plus gaming PC. Dog, your gaming PC is not 20K. What the fuck you got in that? You got Megatron's dick in your gaming PC? What? Do you edit all your videos? So I actually edit it all now, Lev. I edit it all now. I had an editor for a while. Now, let me actually explain that. I think that's actually super healthy to do. Sup, Judy? I think it's super healthy to do. By the way, I seen that we had Callum in here. Sup, my guy? Hope you're well. Just passing by before I had to edit. My man. So I had a period. This was another trap that I fell into when I was doing kick and steak. It was just so much money that I had a period where I was just paying for editors to do shit. And there's not anything that's wrong with that. I think eventually I'll have editors again. But the thing is, this is why the blueprints are important. This is the whole fucking point I'm trying to make. I can pay somebody thousands of dollars to just offload the editing process. If I don't have a system to adhere to as a team, it doesn't matter. It just flat out does not matter. Paying somebody else to just take a little load off, if you haven't built anything, it's not going to help you. So I told him the last editor that I was working on with was Grizz. This was the era that we were doing like the drama shit. What up, peeps? When we were doing the drama shit, guys, and we were farming. I was taking just clips from him, sending it over. He would edit them. He's a great editor too, and he undercharged. It was kind of a win-win. I overpaid to his typical, but he undercharged really. So it was a really good partnership too. But there's just no real, like we were kind of just winging it, and there was no real system of what I was doing, the target audience I was talking to. We were just trying to produce content that would just monetize as fast as possible. And we did monetize pretty quick. We got the channel up to over 1 million long form views really fast again. It was great monetization on YouTube. It was an insane monetization on Kick. The other socials were doing okay. I had a couple videos that popped off in like a controversial landscape. But like I was still just always in this like identity crisis of like, I just don't even be doing this. It works, it makes money, but it's just not for me. So I told him, I was like, hey, I got to change. He was actually one of the first people, by the way, that like knew in August that I was changing my course and going down this direction. And I was going to start to build this. Cause I was like, I got to cut you, dude. And it's nothing to do with your work or performance. I was like, it upsets me that I got to do this, cause I know it's like good, reliable income for you. But the only way to get me into a situation long-term where you can work with me, and through you working with me, we can make fuck you money, is I have to be very intentional of what I'm doing, and I have to build a system. I have to know what works for me to a T before I bring somebody on. That's how you really grow with bringing people on. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are you doing, boys? Ugh. I thought that was the end of that camera. Woo-hoo-hoo. I thought that was the end of that camera. Oh my God. Holy shit. If you guys are on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, my fucking, okay, so the battery, so I have the vertical camera, it's the A7 IV, and I have it mounted to the top of this DSLR mount. Highly recommend, guys. It's on my site, $70. This thing is fucking insane. So I have two mounting points. I have the top of the mount where my vertical camera is, and then I have where the FX3 is, where I can move it around. So it was just one arm. I can move the arm around and get my sit down shots in my YouTube videos. And the battery is right next to the small rig clamp. And because the battery is hot, it must have loosened up that clamp, and my camera just went whoop. And I thought it was falling off the actual. You guys ever go to put a camera on a mount and you think you have it tightened and it ain't tight enough? Oh, fuck me running. Yeah, everything is on my website. Everything is on my website. Yep. Everything, whatever camera gear, mounts, anything you need, it's on my website, guys. Blueprints, everything. Is it even worth streaming on Twitch anymore without community, without discoverability? I mean, I'm doing it over. Okay, let me explain my Twitch streaming strategy right now. In 2026, if you guys haven't noticed, I didn't tell anybody I made a new Twitch. So for those that didn't know, I deleted my old Twitch. I don't know why. I think it was like a little bit of like, kind of like a fuck you to some people, I guess. Stupid. Very, very stupid. It was one of those things that like people would say, well, of course your stream's doing well. You had fucking so many followers on Twitch. That didn't mean shit, dude. So it was like kind of one of those things that I wanted to show, like, guys, that Twitch is providing no value to anything I'm doing. I was tired of people taking credit from something else and discrediting me as a creator. So I hate Twitch. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. So I was just like, fuck it. I'll just delete the channel. So what I started noticing as I've been moving in this direction of being, tech lifestyle creator focused, creating creator products and helping other people and shit with whatever I can. I noticed the natural thing, like these TikTok streams do well, typically when TikTok's not down. And what I noticed is the first natural interaction based off of the habits. This is what we were talking about earlier. Based off of current habits is a lot of people just naturally are advertised so much to go from TikTok to Twitch. So naturally, by me being live on TikTok, I get to introduce people naturally without advertising it, without telling people to go look at it. To like people just naturally will go to Twitch from TikTok. It's just one of those connections that I said right now, that's what the site relies on. TikTok or Twitch relies on the fact that people naturally understand that. People will outgrow that. That won't be a normal thing anymore. As people get more acclimated to streaming on YouTube and more people get acclimated to watching YouTube, people are going to start, the narrative won't be, oh, you stream, you must be on Twitch for a small group of individuals. You guys got to understand that even as popular as the Twitch streaming space is, you're talking about like, I wish you could actually break that down of what percentage of the population probably doesn't even know that Twitch exists still. Like they don't even know that Twitch exists. They might even be watching YouTube streams and now in 2026 and be like, wait, what's Twitch? And I know that's hard for a lot of people to comprehend because we're so involved in the community. There's a theory that this is called, and it's basically like this idea that we are so deep into our bubble of something that we think it's the world. The world knows about it. But the reality is it's not that popular. It's not as popular as what we perceive. Yeah. So, oh, really? Interesting. I've never heard that. Somebody said that they would probably go to Facebook streams before Twitch. Interesting. I didn't. Am I sleeping on Facebook not doing this? On Facebook too? I know you're burnt peanut. I just can't prove it yet. I've noticed the same pattern starting on TikTok gaming streams. No one knows the green platform. Only some people. Well, that's what Kick is not desperately. It's smart marketing. At the end of the day, that's what they're doing. Like you guys understand that, right? At the they give so much because they want to try to change that narrative. They want you saying, go to Kick because I get more money there. But it's like, as these other platforms monetize naturally, it's going to be harder to do that. Why? Okay, when I had my stream saying I'm moving my main focus to YouTube streams in terms of like the horizontal setup. YouTube streaming is going to be I'm multi-streaming, but YouTube's the main focus. I used a little clickbait, my last stream on Kick, move into YouTube or something like that. Obviously pissed some people off. But as a response, Kick reached out and was like, whoa, wait, what's going on? Why? And I told the guy, I said, you guys don't, for what I'm building, you don't have the tools. You don't have the tools at all. You're not even close. The fact that like the second I'm not live anymore on my channel, I'm disconnected from my audience over there. That's red flag number one. That's a huge red flag. Number two, the monetization aspect. I think ads are coming at some point, but community support, Kick pay from funneling people over there. It's great pay. It is. I think it's a little exacerbated by the way that it's only half from multi-streaming. You got to consider if you're multi-streaming, some people are naturally going to watch you on a different platform. The amount of people that only watch me on YouTube now because they know I'm live on YouTube. So I'm going to lose viewership over there. So your rate's going to go down on that as well. And I don't think it's a pure 50% cut. I think they juice pay to certain creators if they know that if they get paid well on Kick, that they'll advertise that they get paid well on Kick. Does that make sense? Which again, nothing to hate against that. It's smart marketing at the end of the day, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, a lot of their focus is competing with Twitch right now. But honest question, if I can naturally go live on a platform where I can target the conversation I'm talking about in a title and thumbnail, and the VOD can monetize, the stream can make ad revenue in itself. The VOD of the stream can monetize and bring me in new viewers and new subscribers. And from that platform, I can sell merchandising. I can create actual valuable membership incentives and tiers on there. I just like, why would I funnel people out of that? I have way more control over my audience and my brand on YouTube than I do on Twitch and Kick. Again, the general idea is, oh, people gift more subs over there. I don't want to make the subscriber amount be, I would rather look at subs as, I would rather have 100 people who are just actively subbed than try to stress about funneling people over to gift more subs. Because I know the 100 that are actually individually subbed is actually recurring revenue because they've invested into the channel and the content. Does that make sense? Hey, buddy, good to see you. I bought the LUTs, but don't have instructions to add to OBS, please. Did you buy the Legacy Pack? You know what I need to do? I need to put the PDF from the Signature Pack of how to install into the Legacy Pack. So for those that don't know, I have 2 LUT pack options, which, by the way, the sale prices are about to go away. Just a heads up. I did a launch sale. So I took all the LUTs that I had from all the previous years. I bundled them. So it's 3 LUT packs is bundled up into 1. That's the Legacy Pack. It's a little bit cheaper option. Some of those LUTs aren't the best, but you get more. You get more. But I don't have any information on that. Yeah, so you got the Legacy Pack. I tell you what I need to do is I'm going to double check it that it's relevant. I'm going to put the PDF installation guide from my Signature Pack. That's the new one I just put out where you can get this look. I'm going to put the PDF from that into that and you'll get an email update. I'll update that this week. So yeah, but I mean, brother, hold on, let me write that down. By the way, did you guys just see what happened right there? I know this sounds like a little lame, but you guys just see what happened? In a live format where you're not watching me play games or anything, as I'm documenting, vlogging on my YouTube channel, how I'm building a real creator brand in 2026, how I'm trying to scale and grow into different aspects, help other creators build digital products and maybe physical products. Wink. Did you see how we just took a bit of conversation and turned it into content, essentially? I got real constructive feedback. That's a problem, by the way. I don't want media buying my LUT pack, my LUT pack, and not knowing what to do with it in certain aspects, even though I had advertised what to do with it in certain aspects. Like, this is the power that a lot of brands, companies, creators are going to start seeing from live streaming. It's going to be big this year. Live sales and brands, entrepreneurs, CEOs, high ups at company putting themselves out there and stream. Oh, dude, it's going to help them scale. Old Peeps is over on Kick right now. He does that, right? He does that. All of his streams he's actually a really good guy. All of his streams, first off, he doesn't monetize his streams. Any monetization he gets, he donates it to charity. So that's a dopeness number 1. And specifically, he helps and works with veterans. So he does server work, he does PC work, but he basically streams him like operating his business live. And this is why I yell at him all the time. I'm like, why are you not multi-streaming? Why are you not on YouTube? Because this is what I'm talking about. Eventually, this type of stuff, people are going to see so much reward from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think Instagram needs to work on some stuff with their stream. I tested it out. It's just not there yet. X, same thing. But I think those are going to be the better places. Like, there's going to be a time where, like, in the TikTok stream while we're live right now, in the YouTube stream, I'm going to be able to just click a button, I would assume, and I can tagline and promote a product directly from the site that you can buy directly from the site. Because, like, again, big picture, these sites don't want you to leave. You know, there's just most likely going to be a time where I can, instead of getting you guys to go to biggie.co, I can just input my digital products. Digital products are a little harder because you can't, like, the platform can't actually register that you got the sale. And then if somebody's trying to get refunded for something, there's a lot of red tape with that. So multi-stream Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Now more people come to my Twitch naturally. No, I think the goal is take advantage of your Twitch being live so you can get some of the... Hello? Oh, God, I hate that sound. Are we still here? I fucking hate when that happens. What just disconnected? Did you guys hear that? I got the fucking USB sound. We're good? I think as long as you're just live on Twitch to take advantage... Okay, let's say you can just get 5 extra viewers because they just naturally knew about that. And it doesn't take you anything more to just multi-stream to Twitch anyways. It's like, why not take advantage of that? But like the whole goal is, like I talked about in last week's episode, is your stress. No, it was me. The stress shouldn't be get people to Twitch from TikTok. Does that make sense? I only live stream to Twitch to take advantage of the people that have just built that natural system of, okay, I'm watching in vertical. Let me go watch the horizontal version. And they think they go to Twitch. Because I think long term they'll end up just going to YouTube. Personally, I truly believe that. I believe that long term, anybody that ends up converting to Twitch right now will eventually just go to YouTube. And if they don't, hey, I still give them I still give them a stream over on Twitch. Who cares? Let them be a viewer there. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's still going to be value in it. Bro, I'm literally offloading in the desert right now in Oregon, and your live is still connected. This is so lit. What are you using? Too many interests in my 30 seconds. No license, no nothing help. Wait, what? Excuse me? Too many interest in my 30 seconds. No license, no nothing help? Question mark? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Just a friendly reminder, I am multi-streaming, and my chat has everybody from every platform. So what you see on your end, like I am talking to people from multiple platforms. So if anything gets missed, just bear with me, man. Just bear with me. What's up, project? God, I gotta take a piss. TikTok won't let me because I need a stream or something. Just download the TikTok Studio app, right? And that, do you need a certain following on TikTok to stream, guys? I think he's saying he's 30, has no interest and no license. Wait, what? I mean, everybody has interest. Even if you think you're a boring person, there's something that you're into. Well, and that's the problem with this creator space too, especially in the streaming world, is people think that like the only way to share interest is through a game. It's not. This is why I say, like, some people are sleeping on huge results for themselves. Like somebody will like have a garage where they work on cars, and then they'll be like, well, I want to be a content creator. So I seen a gaming content creator, so I got a game streams, and that's how I grow a following. But like you could just set up a GoPro in your garage, go live from your GoPro while you're working on your car, mic yourself up. And I almost feel like that would be better if you're like genuinely into it and you're working on something. I feel like that would be better content than you just being like, oh, well, I see people stream games. So, and then people stress about like, whenever I say that, people are like, well, how do you bridge the gap? How do you do gaming content and that? Oh, it's very simple. You just don't do gaming content. Not everything has to be content. Just because you're in a few things doesn't mean everything you do has to be its own specific form of content. You have to get a following from it. You can, in fact, be a person that does woodworking or plays football or you know, or works on cars, and you can create your content around that, and you can grow your following around that, and you can just enjoy video games. I play games. That's what this setup is over here. I don't stream them. What's your advice on building confidence for becoming a content creator? I almost got to give this advice every stream. You're going to die someday. Yeah. Confidence is a skill set that you learn by showing up and just getting over the fucking hurdles of like the awkwardness. You can actually get better at speaking to a camera over time, but you got to do it. You got to do it. So how do you navigate purists? Let's say I wanted to stream vibe coding, but the AI does it all. Wait, what do you mean? Like you're going to still code, or you're going to use AI to do it so you feel like it'd be less entertaining? Guys, at the end, good God. Let me know what you mean by that, because you say purist, but I don't know how that relates with coding, but AI does it all. Because when you say code purist, I feel like, okay, so like the best example is, and maybe I'm misunderstanding the term. I feel like if I was to say, I like this keyboard, somebody, a purist, a mechanical keyboard purist, like I put out in the video yesterday, would be like, I could build that myself because they're super involved. But maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Vibe coding means AI codes for you. Hold on, I want to see what they say. You prompt AI and it does all the work. Most coders are not happy about it because you're not doing it. Oh, well, who gives a fuck? Done. Next. You know what I mean? You know how many people get mad that I fucking use AI to do this shit because they're like, you use AI to help make thumbnails from times. Yeah, it's not fair. Okay, fucking live in La La Land, dumbass. What? Who cares? Yeah, I was gonna say they're not that good, right? But see, that's the leverage that you can have. You know, like Chris just said, AI coding tools are terrible. But if you're finding some efficiency, I would assume that what most people do with that is they use AI to help and then they influence it, right? How dare you use a calculator to do math? Right, you tweak the little things at a time and you get the right prompts. And you don't just take the results you get from AI and you just, again, AI's an assistant. That's the best way to actually use it. So coding tools with no knowledge isn't that good. But if you know, if you know enough about coding in general and you're using AI, most use it to enhance. It's frowned upon if you're having no input. So do you literally have no input whatsoever and you don't have any background in coding? Or do you have an extreme background in coding and used to code yourself and now you're using AI and you can help bridge that gap? Because you're that's a problem solving content. That's problem solving content right there. I was told that streaming every day, it could ruin my algorithm. Buddy, whoever's telling you that, tell them this. You're not going to ruin any algorithm if you can get people to click, stay, and watch. That's all the algorithm is. If people watch and you can get an audience for it, you ain't ruining anything. There's no... People did this for years on YouTube. It's funny. Dude, it's so funny. I can think of this one creator. I really am not a big fan of them. They're a gaming content creator, very over the top, very successful. They work very hard at their content. This motherfucker used to argue with me all the time about YouTube. He used to talk because he had more subscribers. Nah, man, you can't do that. I'm literally getting in calls with fucking YouTube. They're breaking down how their algorithm works. They're breaking down how like what you can do in one page, the shorts, the live, yada yada yada. And this motherfucker would start these arguments with me on social media. You're giving bad advice. You should not be uploading shorts to the same channel that you're You shouldn't be streaming from the same channel that you're uploading games. You should have a gaming channel, a streaming channel, a shorts channel. Guess what they have now? And they have over 1 million subs on that channel. All of it's in one place. All of it is in one place. Because there's a very simple recipe and it encapsulates everything that we were talking about today. Everything we were talking about today. At the end of the day, there's three crucial things to getting pushed on platforms. It's not that you can't use one tool over the other. You got to hunker down and only using a specific tool that the platform offers it. If you can use every tool that a platform offers, they're live and they're posting, and you can get people to click, stay, and watch and interact, you will get pushed, period. There's not this deeper nuance of like, well, if you want your TikToks to do well, you can't stream every day because there's some kind of magical thing that will push you out of the algorithm. Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. If you can get people to click and say, watch your TikToks and get people to click, say, watch your streams, you'll get people to stay and watch. You'll get pushed. Now, the difference is, here's where a lot of people don't want to hear the constructive criticism side from this. I'm a prime example of this. When I was first testing TikTok live streaming, I really shit on it in itself because I was like, this is a bad tool. the thing is, I was separating how I was creating content versus my streams. Lo and behold, once I started doing streams like this, they work. Huh. And you know what's actually ironic? Ever since I started doing these streams, my videos are doing better now too. Ever since I'm making the direct connection, what you get in my content is also what you're getting in my stream. And I made that connection. So like, for an example, if you make highlight videos of your gaming content and they're over edited and they're scripted, well, like, and you get good views with those, but then you go live, you're not talking to chat, you're not engaging, you're not high energy like you are in your clips, you're not actually providing the value that you're advertising. So of course your streams are not going to do well. Again, we always have to use him as an example right now because he's just fucking him at the moment, apparently. But the thing about Burnt Peanut, he said that in the Optic podcast. His whole objective is the second he goes live, he's on. You're there to be entertained. You're there to forget about your shitty day. You're there to forget that your fucking wife left you or your girlfriend left you or that your fucking dog died. Like, he is pure entertainment while he's there. He is on while he's live. He would not do anything remotely what he's doing now if you watch the clip of his and you see this character, you see the highlights, and you're like, oh my God, this is funny. And you didn't show up to stream and you didn't get that. The reason he's blowing up is because every clip that you see, the second you open up that stream, it's clip, 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 clip. The second that motherfucker goes live, he's on. And this is where I say that, like, you can't also beat yourself up in some aspects and just say, I'll just replicate that. You're not him, man. Some of you guys cannot be on like that. Dude, that's why I say it's generational talent. You can't be on like that. Bro, everybody knows who Gary Vee is. Everybody knows who Gary Vee is, right? But at least a lot of you guys. He's been saying the same shit for fucking 12 years. But that motherfucker is on. He is always passionate. He is always there. You always know he's going to say something. He does the same shit. And he still gets a following from it. He still gets viewers from it. I love your thoughts on this. One of the best lives I saw for numbers and subs was a live short of a person looking at a camera eating ice. Well, it's because it's such a shock factor. Like, what the fuck is this? That's like there was a trend blowing up. Not like a trend. This one video blew up because it was like the longest video in the world, and there was nothing on the screen. But I was getting all these fucking views because everybody was so like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's not, this is what I was talking about. It's not hard to get clicks and views in certain aspects. That's like more scratching a curiosity itch. Dude, okay, great example of this. One of the biggest TikTok guys who just sold his fucking identity to AI. All he did was this. There's nothing deeper to it. It's a whole show, clips, which is why it's so easy to watch, even with a bad attention span. Yeah. God, I gotta take a piss, boys. I gotta pause it. I gotta take a piss. I gotta pee, dude. I gotta pee. You're all right. Sorry about that. Oh man. Sorry. My bad. Are you Burnt Peanut? No. Fuck's sakes. Dude, if I'm always live when he's not live. Think about that. He would never sleep if I was him. Be a cyborg. Be live 30 hours a day. It's not possible. It's not possible. Go get the piss in, man. It's worth it. There we go. All right, what's up, guys? Let me make sure that did I oh yeah, I didn't give God, it's a tough thing about doing these things. I need to stick on topic a little bit more, not veer off, but to the signal rate, to getting people to share, save, comment, watch time, session time, be active on your page. Good thing to try to get extras for this. Ask polarizing questions. Ask questions in general. If you can try to elicit a response from your content where somebody would be curious, or you just blatantly even ask, what are your guys' thoughts on this or something? To engage comments helps. Say something disagreeable. I lean into this all the time, intentionally. I made that clip, was it last week, where I reacted to the person stressing about funneling everybody to Twitch. There's a point where I was like trying to overcomplicate the edit. And because I had said a line that was like, and plus Twitch takes half your pay. The funny thing about this was I thought about cutting that out because I thought of the criticism we would get where people would say, well, on TikTok, they take a percentage of your pay too. But I knew that if I left that in there, people would literally interact about that. And it's not that it's not true. Twitch does take a large portion of your pay. There's nothing wrong with that. For them relying on you funneling people over to take 50%, that's a bad deal. Holy shit, that's a horrible deal. TikTok is like, they take a large portion of like the gifts or whatever, but it's like they're actually providing you discovery. They're actually giving you brain deals and connections on here. That's the cut that you're paying for. But nonetheless, I knew that keeping that in there, it would be disagreeable to some people. It's a kind of a sense of rage bait. You know, if you can invite some sense of somebody trying to correct you in your content. I mean, the camera tip of videos and shit like that. I know those videos aren't put together to put every nuance together. And I know for a fact, if I make a tip on lighting or cameras, you're going to have the over guru who thinks they went to college, so they're going to tell you more. Good valuable one for people here. If you can create content, verticals, long form, where people would want to save that because it was informative, it was helpful, like that you got value. Oh my God. It's been helping me so much. People, same thing with my tweets and stuff. That's what helps me on Twitter. People like bookmark my tweets and shit for like later discussion and conversations, especially if they're informative. At the end of the day, guys, here's a caveat to like, once you get the hook, once you get some of the views, if nobody interacts, the platform just assumes that they don't care. They don't give a shit. It really is like a bit of recipe to get pushed. That's the whole point of talking about this, to get pushed. How are you creating something to where the platform will be like, okay, green flag, green flag, green flag, push this to new people. Now, when Chris, I think it was earlier, mentioned niche, some of those pushes might be more targeted because your niche is a target audience. My niche, if you would, it's not as broad, but it's targeted, and that's how I'm able to convert sales in my blueprints. I'm able to convert sales in the LUT packs. Brands find value in that. If a brand looks at it across the board and says, how do I compare this? Okay, if I could show a brand that, hey, this is how many clicks I can get on a 10,000 viewed video, and they see it's a much larger percentage than average because of the target that I'm going after, that's value. They want to pay for that value. Sure, they could say, oh, somebody else gets 1 million views. But this is where I got that big life lesson years ago, the G Fuel story. When my G Fuel manager at the time, when I was like, I don't know what I'm doing in this fucking, this booth. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in this booth right now. I'm in there with these big ass fucking creators. I have no idea what I'm doing there. None. And they were like, you see that person over there? They got 1 million followers on on their platform. I had like fucking 30,000, and I outperformed their sales by an astronomical amount that month. They're like, you can get views, you can get clicks. But just remember, like, a brand will put more money in your pocket because you can take out of 10,000 people, 1,000 people will believe in you enough to actually click on something. So it's way more valuable than just the traffic. Especially, you guys got to understand, nowadays, brands can just pay for the traffic. Every site is offering this now. Do a brand deal. They want to get it in eyes. Here's fucking $2,000. Push it to a whole bunch of people. Yeah, the conversion rate is just so much higher because of who I target, what I'm going after. I'm going after all you motherfuckers with your hopes and dreams and just trying to manipulate you into buying my products to do nothing. No, but in seriousness, I've acknowledged the idea of moving forward of giving up. How can I get another million viewed video over, okay, if I make this video that will get tens of thousands of views, maybe, how many people will it actually help? Dead ass. I know that, dude, it sounds fucking cringe. We talked about it earlier, but like, it's seriously been something that I've been just trying to align with. Soul, take my firstborn. I'm giving you guys my objective from this. When I go to create something and make something, whether the video itself is created to have a little bit of controversy, get a click, get a reaction, at the end of the day, the overall result is, will it like somehow help somebody down the line? Yeah. So I want to give this portion here too, talking about everything. This is why I want to start structuring these streams to do this, by the way, to have, Tactical Tuesday. The whole point of, today's stream is for the next 7 days, let's have a tactical reset. Okay, guys? I'm going to post this in my Discord too, by the way, if you guys want to actually like have this. So if you guys need to check in with this and whatnot. So tactical reset, guys. Next couple days, rewrite 10 hooks. Now, obviously you can't go change videos, but the thing is, you can take videos that are doing well that you could replicate, and you could ask yourself, how could I have done these hooks better? And the thing is, this is where you can utilize AI in general, ChatGPT. I just did this in that setup video. I took one of the best performing videos on my channel, and with AI, I said, I think we can do this better. I think we could do this, an updated version, just better, to help with retention, to have a better hook. And that's why that video, just a couple of weeks, has got 30,000 views in long form. And the retention is insane on that. The clicks on that, by the way, that's exactly what I'm talking about too. Dude, the fucking clicks on that, so many people are they found value in the video, they're clicking the link. I can now take that, I can go to the brand and say, look what I did. So for the next 1 to 2 days out of this next week, go check back on some videos, or if you're working on some videos, rewrite the hooks. Use AI a little bit to help. Get the assistance from it. It can just give you better ideas. Okay. Day 1 to 2, rewrite hooks, 10 hooks, roughly 5 to 10. Day 3 to 4, shorten 3 videos by 15%. When you're editing some of your next videos over the next few days, slow down before you hit render and publish. Rewatch it a couple times. Listen to see if you have dead space, where you're veering off track. If there's something, streamers do this all the time, you include an extra thing that doesn't align with the fucking point, just because you are like, oh, it was a moment for me. Like in your clip could be like how to level up a thing, or a crazy moment. And then you also include like you getting a sub and you thinking that sub. This is just an example. While it's nice that you're like showing your community supporting you, it takes away from the context. There's no point. It's dead space. People are going to click off of that because they don't care. You got their attention with your hook. Now you need to respect the time they're giving you by sticking to the story. Then when they get to know you and come to a stream, that's when they can see the fluffy shit. But day 3 to 4, focus on shortening videos by 15%. Again, this is where you can use the AI. Take the transcript from the video you're working on, plug it into AI. Does it flow? Is there any parts of this that I can cut out? I use Premiere at times to help with this, because Premiere, it gives you You can actually export your transcript with timestamps, and ChatGPT can literally say, at this many seconds, at this time, cut this out. You already said this. Add stronger call to action for signal. Encourage people to interact. Again, this could be through the asking polarizing questions, say something disagreeable in your video, invite some reason for somebody to want to correct, or give value in some way where people would want to say and interact. The call to action. And by the way, when CTA is being used a lot more in the vertical landscape and content creation, and everybody immediately jumps to call to action of going to my website, converting somebody from TikTok to Twitch. No, focus on your call to action, be the interaction on the very platform, wanting to signal somebody to interact. Day 6, post one disagreeable but valuable take in whatever it is that you do. I hate fat people. Same here, man. Have a good one. Post one disagreeable but valuable take. Just try it. And whatever it is that you do, just give a little take. Give a little take. But here's the big thing. Day 7, by next Tuesday, so after you rewrite some hooks, shorten some of your videos over this next week, add stronger call to action in the comments, get people to actually interact, save videos, communicate. After you try maybe a disagreeable but valuable take in whatever thing that you're doing, analyze your metrics next Tuesday morning. What videos performed well? What videos had a longer retention? Most of these sites will also tell you this video is I know YouTube does this. This video is performing better because this video is bringing in a larger percentage of. But day 7, analyze the metrics. Look back. What did you do right? Because then you start to figure out what you can repeat because you've done it. You made this change. Something starts to work for you. Okay, do that. You see another area where something didn't work. Okay, change how you did that again. And next week you fucking try some new shit. This is why in the blueprints, in both versions of them, the analytic portion is on a weekly basis. It's because you can freak out over the 10 of 10 video right away. You put the 10 of 10 video up. For those that don't know, on YouTube, if you upload a video in general now, I think it's shorts and videos, you get a rating. How did this do out of your last 10 videos? I'm not fucking burnt peanut. How do you get this video? How did this video do out of your last 10 videos? And we jump to that and we freak out right away. Oh, dude, fuck, man. Prime example. I almost did that with the camera video on Sunday. In the first 30 minutes, that video was not doing good. It was getting good click-through rate. And obviously in the first X amount of minutes, you can't see how long people are staying. But I was like, it's getting good click-through rate. And here's like the green flag. I was like, people are commenting pretty fast. So the people that are watching this are finding value in this. I was almost ready to like change the title, change the thumbnail. And I said, you know what? I'm going to write it out. So it was a 9 of 10 video within the first hour. 2 days later, it's a 3 of 10 video. And the only reason it's not a 1 of 10 is because the other 2 that are 1 and 2 are outperforming all my recent videos, long form videos. One's at 31K, one's at 10K. But this video that doesn't have over editing, it's not overcomplicated. It's just a sit down, me talking about cameras, my thoughts, what I use, what I'd recommend. I didn't have a script for that. I had a narrative direction. Make sure you have a hook. Make sure you tell the story. How do I want to tell the story? Let me say what I use first. Let me say what I would suggest, and let me get a conclusion, an overall lesson from it. I followed that. Outside of that, I just kind of went off in my own world on that video. It's doing well. It's doing fucking well. So, yeah, next week, guys, Tactical Tuesday. Every Tuesday now. We're going to set you guys up on a fucking mission. What's up, Pink? We're going to set you guys up on a mission. Take the skill sets or whatever we talk about on the day. And for this week, I want you guys to rewrite a few hooks. Go back to some videos that did well, that maybe you could feel like you could do better hooks. Some of the videos you're currently working on, try to rewrite the hooks of them. Day 3 to 4, shorten videos by like 15%. Try to get more people to comment, interact, and post a disagreeable but valuable take just to see what happens in that and to start to see the result of how a video could do well if you're, and I'm not saying that these videos are going to blow up by any means, but you're going to start to see metrics and you're going to start to figure out the tools that you can figure out to control the shit a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hope that was helpful, guys. Hope that was helpful. How much did your lighting and filming set cost? $69 on Etsy. Crazy. Crazy. Dude, seeing that Dorito emote, I don't know the last time I had a Dorito. I can't tell you the last time I had a fucking Dorito. That sounds actually good right now. Now, the question is, Cool Ranch or Nacho? This is where I got to really judge a couple of you guys. Cool Ranch or Nacho? This is where you guys got to watch what you answer. You got to watch your filthy fucking mouths when you answer this. Cool Ranch or... Ooh, Cool Ranch? Oh! What? I mean, I like them both, but you should not. Come on, man. Cool. You guys are all Cool Ranch? Holy fuck. What a disappointing group of viewers. Oh my God. Nacho? Feather gets it. Spicy nacho, never had. Absolutely both? Okay, I can get by. Cool Ranch is good, but it's not nacho, guys. Come on. That's the Dorito. You guys, so we come from Farmville, Ohio, and at every event that we have walking tacos. And I grew up thinking that everybody knew what a walking taco was. Show of hands, walking taco people in here. Type 1 if you know what a walking taco is. Type 2 if you don't. I actually had no. I thought it was like a worldwide thing. Texas gets it. Joe doesn't know what a fucking walking taco is. Oh my God. So, okay, here's what a walking taco is. You take a bag. You got to do nacho. If you do Cool Ranch with this, you're a psychopath. You take a bag of nacho Doritos, or you can do Fritos as well. You take it sideways. You cut it down the side, open it up, cook a batch of taco meat, get cheese, sour cream, tomato, little salsa, little guacamole. Come on, what are we talking about? You take all that up, right? You fucking crush the bag of Doritos, right? Crumble it all up, throw the fucking meat in there, stir it up, put all the toppings in there. It's walking taco. Walking taco. Walking fucking taco. They're game changing. How do you think I got so fat? So good, dude. So good. I know I haven't eaten yet today. What's on the menu, guys? I'm about to make me a ribeye. About to have me a little ribeye. Break my fast. Doritos might make great kindling for fires. Shut the fuck up. Do they really? Are you? It's so fascinating. Are you like super? Do you do like the super overland stuff? Megan and I watch that shit all the time. No, I'm not searching up any fucking food shit. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Fuck you. Respectfully speaking. Fuck you. Respectfully speaking. I gotta stick to my shit, man. I gotta stick to my shit. Yeah, any corn chip will do. Any corn chip will do. How do you like your ribeye cooked? Ribeye it's just such a fatty cut. I don't really like stress about it too much. If you stay in a medium territory, it's fine. It's like overcooking ribeye, it's kind of nasty. It's like a cheeseburger that's not processed, I guess. But I just feel like you can't really, like, ribeye is just such a hard cut to fuck up, right? So like a medium range. But if it's like a little bit more like a filet mignon or something, I gotta go medium rare. Gotta go medium rare. See, I just don't think ribeye has to be medium rare. You gotta have some pink in that bitch, but I think it's just so fatty, it doesn't need to be medium rare. For me, at least. I don't know. No, we don't have any pets. We need to get some. You should definitely have some certain days that are dedicated to channel reviews. That'll get me to join the elitists in your channel. If I do join, I'm afraid that I'll miss my channel review. It's a good thing that you said that, because you missed the portion of the stream where I announced that in a structure for me to show up and provide for you guys, that now we have dedicated days of the week. Lock-in Monday, which is like more of a motivational Monday, I guess, if you would. We got Lock-in Monday. We got Tactical Tuesday. We got, I don't know what to do with Wednesday to call it something cool, but essentially building on Wednesday. You guys will see that tomorrow. And then on Friday, we have Free Game Friday. Free Game Friday. Yeah. So that will be the day that we do that. That'll be the day that we do content audit, check out channels, shit like that. We were doing the channel reviews before, and it was becoming way too YouTube focused. So how we're going to be doing it moving forward is, if you're in the premium membership, I actually got to reach out to Deadly today and get the, let me get that actually noted down. Get Discord set up. So I'm going to be creating a channel to where, as long as you have your YouTube connected to your Discord, if you're a premium member, you'll get automatic access to that. And the benefit from this is, I want people to be able to, if they can't be in the stream, I want to have a section where we can talk about shit that people can't attend, but only the premium members will get access to that. So yeah, hope that helps. I know it's going to be a learning curve for some people, because they're going to have to make sure that their Discord is connected to YouTube. So that's going to suck. It's just going to be challenging. But also too, like, as I grow what I'm doing, I have to understand that if somebody is going to, I can only just provide the fucking shit. At the end of the day, like, even as a consumer, you got to be in control of your shit. If I was to pay somebody for something, for a consulting call, or for a workshop, or to fucking be a part of the reviewed and get answers, I would be, if I'm paying for that, I'd be figuring out how to fucking use it and utilize it. You know, if you're paying for an editing service, it'd be silly to pay for an editing service and you don't use the editing software. Or you'd want to educate yourself. It'd be daunting at first. It'd be like a little confusion, but you'd obviously want to take advantage of it, right? So, yeah. Electro Voice RE20. It's on my website if you need the actual link. Yeah, opportunity cost. Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So yeah, those are the things that are holding a lot of people back from getting pushed on these platforms. Take advantage of these things. Start structuring the shit. You'll adapt with how you make content, works best for you. And I think it'd be, I know it'll be huge for a lot of you guys. Harnessing it, using the tools. Yeah. Everything available on the site, guys. If you want any of the gear questions, it's all there under the gear list. Just check out anything there. Creator streamer blueprints on the site. LUT packs are on the site. I'm going to try to update the legacy LUT pack for you guys to have a better installation guide for that. So we'll get that figured out. The launch sale price is coming to an end. Probably run it throughout today, maybe. So if you guys want to get the LUTs, snag them up nice. All right, snagging up now. Advice on finding people to collab with. Collab with your friends, man. Shut up, Terry. What up, T-Dog? I had you up on the big screen the other day, baby. Spitting some facts over there. Yes. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. No streaming on upload day, and Saturdays are my day off. Told you guys, I cannot sit here and fucking tell you guys that you have to create structure. You have to take yourself serious if I'm not doing the same. So we're locking in. We're locking into an actual structure, an actual routine. So yeah, LUT packs they're still on sale. I'll have them on sale throughout the rest of the day, and then they're going to be going out of sale. You see the price for them, so snag them up before they go away. Guys, the consulting questions and shit. If I can actually provide help, hit me up, man. Hit me up. Whatever you need to fucking learn. You need to renegotiate something. You need to fucking understand a little bit of the deeper side of things and you want to like be more direct and shit, I got you. I got you. Yeah. I love doing those things. Obviously they help me. But also too, it's a fucking win-win because being able to provide value for somebody else too, it feels fucking good. It's just good across the board. So all that stuff is available on biggie.co. You guys head on over there. Make sure you guys sign up on the newsletter. I need to get better at the newsletter. I know. I need to get the shit going and rolling through that. Actually, my buddy who's at Shopify is like, dude, what are you doing? Get active on your newsletter. I know. Hey man, I bought the Lutz packs, but it doesn't work on Meld. Do you have a workaround? This has been my big gripe with Meld. Unfortunately, nothing works with Meld right now. They don't allow Lutz. They said that it's coming. I don't know when. The only thing that I can think of is depending of the camera that you have, Mike, if you like, for example, if you have a newer Sony camera, you can put the LUT packs on an SD card. You can just buy a cheap SD card, put the LUT packs on those, and you can load them onto your camera. I don't know if they output. I don't know if Terry knows that actually. I don't know if I put a LUT on my camera to view it on there, I don't know if it bakes it into the output footage. I would assume that Sony would have, but I don't know what camera you use. The only other thing that it's annoying, but it's a solution for Meld. Because with Meld, it doesn't matter if you buy my LUT pack or anybody's. You can't use LUTs on Meld yet, which is, I don't use them because of that. The only other thing. Okay, so if you have a certain camera, you can output the LUT. So there you go. Sony ZV-E10 2 is what I have. I'm pretty sure you can. Let's just chat GPT that, shall we? Can you install a LUT? Oops. Into the Sony ZV-E10 2. Can you install a LUT into the Sony ZV-E10 2? Yes. Yes. You can install a LUT on the camera for monitoring and even apply them to recordings via public profiles. So yeah, that's what you can do. You can take the LUTs that you downloaded. You take those LUT cube files. Make sure it's the cube files. Don't just put the general file in there. Reformat an SD card. By the way, it's all in ChatGPT, but create a folder in the SD card on the card and computer. Create the path private Sony Pro /LUT. So just go to ChatGPT to see how to set this up. Just go to ChatGPT and say, how do I install LUTs onto my Sony ZV-E10 Mark II? Yep. Cool. Fuck yeah. I'm actually glad that you asked that because I actually didn't even. Fuck, dude. Holy shit. Wait a second. I can do that myself and use Meld. I really want to use Meld. I think they're going to be the future of streaming services. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, when you're in your camera, that's what it says. When you're in your camera, you'll actually have to go. Okay, that's good because it switches you out of, if you shoot S-Log3, that's the only annoying thing is you'd have to sweat if you record all your shit in S-Log3, for example, because that's flexible ISO, you'll have to go into your picture profile before you go live to switch it to the LUT you want. That's the only annoying thing, huh? That's the only annoying thing. But I don't even know. I guess I'm just assuming that you showed S-Log3. I don't know if you do. Yeah. Either way, it looks like you can. It's got me thinking now. I guess maybe I should install that on one of my cameras and I can use Meld. Because Meld has horizontal and vertical together. But you can only record one, right? You can only clip one at a time. Tips on balancing life while trying to create content. Trying to balance full-time job, relationship, content, stream, and small homestead. Damn, you got it made, brother. I envy that. And I feel like there's just not enough hours in the day. Go buy my creator blueprint. That's where I need to start having more confidence. Go buy the creator blueprint. That's literally what those are for. Everything, when you don't have game plans and you don't have structure, everything just seems so daunting. And it's like, you can't figure out time. It's system, it's foundational. I'm telling you right now, there's a reason why people that are just as active as you or even more active have found time to fucking do it. and it's because they create systems and habits. So that's what the blueprints are. I'm actually glad that you said that. The blueprints are a general idea to take the pressure of how do you fucking figure out a way to balance it, and it gives you structure to balance it. It tells you the direct things that you should be focusing on, how you should not be overstressing about one thing. Because for you, you might not actually need balance. It might actually only take, I actually just watched a video on Alex Hormozy talk about this. The amount of times as creators that we go to sit down, we're like, I got to go edit something. And the reality is you could have that done in 5-10 minutes, but you haven't create systems and structure to get it done in 10 minutes. And so that 10-minute thing, the thing that should be only taking you 10 minutes is taking you an hour. The whole point of that is that's why it's written. That's why I over explain editing process, editing softwares, why you're not trying to edit on this idea to appease to editors. You're trying to edit on an idea to appease to your community. It's, dude, systems, foundations, the most important thing. I'm fucking telling you. I take a lot of pride in the blueprints. I take a lot of fucking pride in them. A lot of pride. I think they are probably one of the best things that I could have ever created. If there's a very valuable thing that I think is just fucking worth it, it's that. In that too, you'll get a file download that you use Google Sheets. You track your monthly, or you track your daily, you track your weekly, you track your monthly, you track your quarterly. So the whole entire thing is about taking everything you do. Art Creators Blueprints, get out of here. It's about everything you do over the next 90 days, building a system. So that way it doesn't feel like you don't have time. Does that make sense? The literally best advice I can give. Overall free advice, set daily habits, show up, don't make the content creation portion should not take a large majority of your time. With what you do, it should be kind of free flow. Same thing with streamers. If you're a streamer, vertical content creation should be 10% of your fucking effort. You're a lot of people, they don't have time issues. They're taking too much time overstressing shit. The amount of creators that try to edit on the idea of other editors thinking their shit's good, or other content creators thinking their shit's good, it's astonishing. You're not, well, caveat, because I actually am. Creators do follow me, but I'm a whole different ballpark with what I'm focusing on. The most general people, if you're just creating content, you're not trying to create content to impress other creators. You're trying to create content to impress the target audience that you're creating content for. You know, Terry knows this industry. He does camera gear and shit. And, you know, one of the things that comes with the gig of doing camera shit is what we got here. Jade Maurer with the 35-month. Looking hung, handsome, healthy, brother. I appreciate you. The tough caveat with doing camera gear is I'm making a video to help somebody that has no idea about videos. And I'm going to get in the comments people that have experience in cameras that disagree and think everything needs to be by their book. And first off, you know, thank you. You're just going to fucking interact with it and give me traffic. But I'm not making the video for you, big dog. I don't fucking care that you went to film school. I don't give a shit. I don't care that you know what native ISO is. The 10,000 people that have never picked up a DSLR camera, they don't know what fucking native ISO is. They don't know what S-Log 3 and C-Log is. They don't know dynamic range, 15 stops of dynamic range in this. It's just one simple thing. They're like, I want to get into using a camera. What are the basics? ISO, aperture, shutter speed. Those are going to be the 3 basic things. Now I can make a video explaining just a simple breakdown. Make sure your ISO is low. Make sure your shutter speed is like 1/50, 1/48 if you can do that. And make sure your f-stop is as low as possible. If you want background blur or if you want everything in focus, you turn it up, but then you're going to have to adjust your lighting. That's just the most simple way to break it down. But in today's world, so many creators overstress about trying to have other creators respect them that they completely miss the mark of who they're talking to. You're talking to the people that have no fucking idea. No idea. The average person doesn't know what a fucking ISO is. Why are you trying to overcomplicate my fucking video? Go make a video talking about native ISO between cameras. Because you're going to find a nightmare trying to figure that out. Because you make that to a general audience. Next thing you know, you realize, oh, people shoot on Nikon. They shoot on Sony. They shoot on Canon. They shoot on a DJI. They showed on a GoPro. In these different respects, different cameras and landscapes, every camera doesn't have a basic fucking native ISO. So you got to research into those things. You're not going to make a fucking 60-second long clip explaining native ISO to every fucking camera that exists. So you're just looking for the deeper nuances and things. This is just an example. People do this in fucking gaming mice. The pulling rate in this versus the fucking weight does. Shut the fuck up. The average person that's just watching is just like, for some reason, this mouse is not good at gaming. Should I buy a better gaming mouse? Yeah. Buy something this is not a good gaming mouse. It's just that simple. That simple. That simple. That's why I'm getting out of cameras. It's a tough, like, I love cameras so much. I'm trying to sprinkle it in there. Sometimes I envy. I was just talking about Jayhawk, about this with Jayhawk last year. You know, part of my identity crisis last year, Terry, when I was like leaning into like the streaming heavy stuff and moved away from a lot of the creative and tech and shit. It was nice that I escaped that landscape, which is just, you guys will learn so fast that, I mean, I get people that come in here and tell me that I'm doing my shit wrong, right? And I shouldn't be telling people yada, yada, yada. You get that tenfold when you talk like camera gear and shit. Everybody's a fucking guru in the camera space because everybody fucking went to school and everybody has their fucking knowledge. Shut the fuck up. It's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because like you got to deal with some of those people. But man, dude, you like I look back, I look at like you and Jay. And I see you guys go to these Sony events, Samsung, and fucking all these creative plugins. And fuck, man, I would be lying if I said that I'm not envious of not opening myself to those opportunities. So, like, you know, I just want to give you another perspective as a creator. You know, I get it, man. What's up, Shooter? I get it. T-Dog, I fucking get it. I know what you got to deal with, brother, in that industry. Especially, too, when it really do be your own that are, like, the shittiest people. Like, your fellow content creators that are really, like, the biggest assholes. It just fucking sucks, man. It's just the business gig side of it. But, dude, you build some pretty dope connections, too. You're in a pretty crazy situation. There's always something that somebody envies of something else where, you know, one man, what is the phrase? One man's downside is another man's upside. You know what I mean? So, fuck, dude, I'd kill to be fucking going to Sony events and shit with y'all. Obviously, I put myself in a position to not get the attention for that. I'm looking to change that myself, but I got to find a balance of that because, like, I can't just dive into making everything camera shit because I'd be dealing with the same fucking brain dead shit that I know you got to deal with, man. It's tough, dude. It's tough. The good thing is, I mean, your entire lifestyle and everything you do is a representation of you work hard for something, it'll pay off. So I'm sure whatever changes you're making this year is going to fucking work out, man. You're a great creator. Great creator. You guys don't know Terry, by the way, he makes camera videos and shit. You probably seen a video of his. You just don't know it yet. Like you just don't. You're just hearing me read a chat. I guarantee if you guys have ever looked up like a Sony camera or comparisons and shit, you've probably seen T-Dog. Just a fucking just jacked, handsome, tall man. Yep. If I may ask, what's the best platform to support you on? Twitch, YouTube, etc. If I had to break it down, it'd probably be YouTube. Yeah, YouTube would probably be the best place. If you're like, hey, I'm willing to watch you anywhere. See how that wasn't forced, by the way, guys? This is what I'm talking about, where you guys should stop forcing shit on people. Eli watched us on TikTok. He's just asking a general question. Maybe he just finds a lot of value and he's just like, I'll go wherever, bro. Well, actually, with that being said, I do have an OnlyFans link. No, I'm just kidding. If I had to break it down, if your viewership is best, just by you being a viewer, YouTube's probably the most valuable place. YouTube is probably the most valuable place. I get the more reward for you being here. I get ad revenue, even if you have YouTube Premium. If you do the memberships, I have better membership incentives on YouTube. Sure, you get 95.5 on Kick, but the fact that on YouTube I could create a $1 tier, a $3 tier, a $15 tier, a $200 tier. Yeah. Some of the biggest streamers give no shit about the camera quality. Yeah. Spot on. It really do be the people that overcomplicate it that stress the most about it, right? Yeah. The streaming content being entertaining and content strategy is what y'all's audience, right? Yeah. So Appreciate you, Terry. I'm shutting down anyways. Give the family some love for you. I hope that our paths cross this year, brother. I hope that our paths cross. I work as a tour photographer, so I love hearing about the camera knowledge. It's a good time, man. Damn, dude. Tour photographer. That's sick. Sick gig. I want to get into real estate a little bit this year, just for the funsies of it. Because, like, you really could, this is what I'm talking about, the opportunity that we have as creatives and shit. If you know your way around a camera, dog, you can pick up a Saturday gig with the fucking real estate company and make an extra $5,000 a month. It's fucking crazy. Crazy. I gotta stop answering questions or I'll never shut down. One last one. Hey, brother, what's your take on trying to collaborate with other creators or how to reach or start? People overstress the collaboration thing. Collaboration's huge, for sure. If you look at any group of people that kill it, they always come up with like a group of people. Prime example, me, Jayhawk, Rob, Sooner, Scott, like you know the group of people around us, right? There's a reason why we all have had amount of success throughout the years. Here's where people miss the mark on this. When we started, we didn't reach out. It was natural. We're just homies. I'm telling you right now, if you just get hungry with the people around you at your level, instead of being like, how do I reach out to people that are bigger to reach up? Instead, if you look at it as how do me and my group of people kill it? How can I uplift somebody else? How can I get information back from somebody else? That's how you really collaborate. And that's how you find your friend groups end up growing as a core group because you guys are working with each other to make it happen. Yeah, dude. I didn't get to where I am because Jayhawk had a large following or Rob had a large following and I was able to utilize their following. And that's how the collaboration happened. We got to where we were because we all were interested in something. We were all boys. We all had similar humor, right? Backgrounds, and we fucked with each other. So we had conversations about that shit. We built friendships. And along that way, we see each other's strong suits. We hold each other accountable. We learn from each other. Hey, Sooner, what have you been learning from doing this lately? Hey, by the way, I've seen you do this. You got Sooner in chat right now. By the way, I've seen you do this. I think you could do a lot better if you do this. Oh, hey, thanks for the idea. Following didn't matter. We didn't need to reach out. We were homies. And the caveat to this is you might respond then and say, well, I don't have people around me like that. Well, that's your problem. You need to stop worrying about collaborations. And clearly the people that are around in your life don't motivate you. They don't drive you to do better. It's time to start branching out into other areas and just build relationships with people. Like here's the reality of this. Killa, welcome to the supporter member over on the YT. Here's the reality of this. Some of the guys in this chat today are going to make a connection with each other. And my stream will just be a memory of like how they met, and then they'll end up going down the line and killing it. There's a phrase that I seen not too long ago that like hit deep with this. Some of you guys are amongst legends and you have fucking no idea yet. Some of you guys is friends, some of the people that you just talk to on a regular basis, and you're like, I really fuck with this person. They're not big or anything, but like I talk to them on Discord. I stop by their streams. I see them in streams with other people. You could be building relationships with these people where they are demons. You can be a demon with them and you guys just fucking kill it together. But the idea of collaboration is so fucking misunderstood as this, how do I reach out to people that have a following so I can gain something from their following? It's ass backwards, man. No, you work with the people that have nothing so you guys build shit up together and then you guys will have everything. It really does work like that. Yeah. All right. I got to stop yapping, boys. Biggie.co, BIGE.co. Streamer Creator Blueprint. Get it. If anybody needs, guys, I know not everybody talks and whatnot, but if anybody needs help with you're growing your YouTube channel, you're getting monetization, you're a brand, you're optimizing shit on one side, but you don't understand something about YouTube. You're finally getting some brand deals, but you don't know if you're getting screwed. You don't know how you should be readjusting. You need help with that shit. I got the consulting. It is on my website. Reach out via that way. We'll set up some time. We'll see if I can help. Before we actually even commit to anything, I will fucking tell you if I can help or cannot help. So, yeah, guys, stick to those things over the next week. Let's focus on fucking trying to be better. Let the Schmeat hang out. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.